talk about that for a minute.
You could take it a step further.
If it's too loud, they just turn it down, right?
It's a male fantasy. I want to say it's chicharrone.
I can't believe
It
don't look like Bane anymore when I'm going to be talking.
I swear to God, it felt like I was drinking this beer for 2 hours.
A lot thicker than some people are used to.
I'm already getting drunk. It's a scam.
Did it touch you? Did it touch you?
Yeah, it made me feel things. Perfect sandwich. It's beautiful. But can he be trusted?
Boom. Welcome back to the sandwich. That's what
Hey.
We have a full crew today.
We do.
Yeah. 3 is not a crowd when it comes to a podcast.
No, I think it's the perfect amount of people
Yeah.
to be talking to each other.
Maybe
really is.
one more. One more.
Maybe one more.
We got to be on the lookout for
Well,
We can
a
always bring
fourth item.
We can always bring the mannequin head back.
yeah, I mean, she did great.
Is she available though?
What we need.
She was last week.
What we need is for somebody
She might
that
be in the area.
does what John does, but that's all they do. They can just sit in the corner with the laptop and put everything up as we're going. John doesn't have to worry about it.
Like a producer.
But we got to find somebody that works for free.
Yeah.
You know?
Just put them in the
Definitely.
corner. Like, don't say shit.
Not
Just
even
fucking-
getting college credits. Like no internship.
No,
just
nothing.
just free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just free.
A matter
Well,
of fact,
like
that we'll
he gets
probably get
all
them
of
to
that
pay us.
notoriety, you know.
Yeah.
People are gonna see it.
You can put that
That's
on a
better than
resume.
money, really.
Yeah, it really is.
That's
Working with the
Having-
sandwich.
money.
Yeah, the sandwich on your fucking resume, that's worth its weight in money.
Yeah,
that's
easily.
a reward within itself.
Yeah.
easily. You can
Yeah,
pick and choose
yeah.
any job you see after that.
Pretty much, you know.
Yeah. Any broadcast job.
Write that resume in a block of gold.
I've already added it to my LinkedIn that I'm a host of the John Sandwich Show. Co-host. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah,
I don't mean to. I don't want to just set myself ahead right now.
You know, I'm gonna have to check that. I'm pretty sure
Whose
Wikipedia
name is on the podcast?
The
gotta-
John
with
Sandwich
Erik.
Show with Erik and Terry,
Just like really small.
featuring Erik and Terry.
Or put an asterisk and then at the very bottom of the poster and an Erik.
I'm the and like when you get to cast credits and stuff. I'm the they give everybody first top billing.
Yeah.
and
yeah.
William Dafoe.
Not even cast, it's like special thanks. Erik Renteria.
What are we
Just like
drinking
right
on
at the
today?
end.
We have a few assortments of beers today.
I have it's just called Mexican Lager, and it is the symbol that, I guess it's a cursive R.
Is it is that Rainier beer?
I don't know.
Is that from Rainier?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like Lululemon, where they don't like advertise the fucking name at all. They're just like, it's the symbol.
How much was it?
I don't know.
Can I see that?
He
I don't
doesn't
see
He
price.
doesn't price. He doesn't price things.
Just pick shit out,
Yeah,
pick it
visit
up.
our tasting
buy it.
room in Ballard. So it must be
I know Ballard.
Reuben Brews. Reuben Brews, huh?
I got
It says
mine.
Mexican Lager, and then
Yeah.
right under it, it says Made in the USA.
We got plenty of stuff to track.
So it probably is Mexican.
I got mine because it had a dog on it.
Yeah.
We went to this place
Nice.
just give them a call out called Specialty Brews. Special Brews? I forget what it's called.
Specialty brews.
Specialty Brews. We just went there for fun. Looked like they're having some kind of event. And when we got there, they weren't technically open yet, but they noticed. I think they might have recognized our voices as being the hosts of the show.
Oh, absolutely.
And then they were like,
opened
you know
up.
what, come back here. And
They were
gonna-"
taken aback.
Yeah. They almost didn't even charge us, I don't think.
Yeah. I had to convince them. I was like, no,
Just please take my
Come on.
money. Please
Yeah.
take my
Take
money.
my
Yeah, I know you're
please.
trying to run a business.
I get it. We can come back for a photo op later. And you can hang it above your bar.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
They had a nice event going. They had food and other
Yeah.
beer and stuff, and the fact that it was like 10:50 in the morning was pretty
Yeah, I think it was
impressive.
about to be
How
a
many
party.
people were drinking?
Yeah, you know, sometimes that morning drink.
I had my phone in my hand ready to call in sick to the podcast.
I'm like, sorry guys.
It was the sandwiches.
Day drinking.
Yeah.
It was the
Day
sandwiches
drinking,
that
right.
brought us here. We were like, where are
Yeah.
we getting sandwiches?
Oh my God. So yeah, let's tell that story first real quick. We walk in and John Man is making us breakfast now.
Stand-up guy.
What do you call that sandwich that you made?
Egg
for us?
slit sandwich.
Egg slit sandwich.
It's like the simplest
horse
sandwich, but
sandwich.
it's like the best hangover sandwich ever.
I mean, it did the trick.
It's just 2 pieces of Spam fried up, fried egg, green onions, 2 pieces of bread. You're good to go.
Green onion really made
What makes it slutty? Why is it slutty?
I don't know.
Just
I didn't-
sluts
It's what they call
like spam.
I could tell you that when I bit into it, like the egg and stuff, and like a little bit of ham was like dripping down my face like that.
so
Like
it's-
I bit into it,
yeah.
and for a second I felt like a dirty little slut. It's just like- so
That's what makes it a
I think
slut.
that's why. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I
like I
think
enjoyed
it's
it
also
so much
traditionally
that I felt guilty. You know.
Yeah, it's also traditionally served on those Hawaiian rolls.
Mm-hmm.
But I only had one pack of Hawaiian rolls, and I didn't want to make you guys jealous.
Bread was
so.
good.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine.
You know.
I enjoyed my bread.
Well
But
played, I
you know,
wouldn't be
if you were
jealous.
hungover today, do you feel better?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I feel
Yeah.
great.
I mean, it could be the beer, but
I did have a drink or two yesterday, so I think it really just got me going.
you know, speaking of
Got me
drinking
going.
last night, man, I drank, like not an abnormal amount of beer, but it seems like every morning I wake up drinking, and my hangovers are just worse.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. We're getting old.
You know, I had like 4 beers, like last weekend, 5 beers.
Maybe the secret is day drinking here, and that way you can wear it off by the time you're ready to go to bed. You know,
Yeah.
Start pounding water for the rest of the night.
Yeah, I guess so. I
Come
mean,
lamb.
that could be a thing. Maybe it's just going to bed and still, you know.
Yeah. I believe it has to just do with being dehydrated. I think that's what the bad feeling is. The
Yeah,
hangover.
you're pissing out a lot of your vitamins and nutrients. So you just become dehydrated, so you get a fucking headache.
Take a couple shots of Pedialyte before bed to be fine.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, and I guess
Take a
in
B complex.
Vegas they have like those fucking hydration bags
Mhm.
that they just hook up to you in Vegas.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Genius. just
Yeah.
Just go hard
hook
all
up an IV.
yeah, just
Man.
fucking IV that shit up, man.
walking around with one of those wheel.
Pound a 40 ounce before you get into bed, and then you freaking lie down.
Yeah. That's when you know Vegas is taking everything over the top.
That's true.
Fucking. Oh, and with your stay, you get a free IV bag.
Yes.
Complimentary IV bag.
That's out of control, man.
in the workout room.
I could see someone in Vegas like on the slot floor, just wheeling around with one hand and then like a 40 in the other.
Mm-hmm. With those hospital gowns with the ass all hanging out. And stuff, all open in the
Probably
back.
like 72 years old or something.
You know, speaking of like Vegas, man, if there's ever a zombie outbreak, I think Vegas is gonna what starts it, man. Just like the whole, like everyone goes there, parties down, fucking,
and then leave. So definitely,
And
yeah,
leaves.
if there were like some kind of, that would probably spread it the
Yeah.
most efficient way across.
I mean, who was
everywhere.
ever in Vegas more than 3 days?
I lived there one time. It's horrible.
Did you?
I guess I was. Yeah.
Well, how terrible
Fucking
was
hot. It was hot. It's just hot.
it? Yeah. So how is
Hot all
Vegas
the
like
time.
outside of just like the strip?
Just deserty. There's not really much. I mean, there's like, they have suburbs there. Nice enough.
When
I
you
guess.
fly into it, you really get a sense of like this place is just nowhere.
It's just like barren.
just
It's
found a
barren
spot.
desert.
in the desert, and they were like, "Fuck it,
Yeah.
right here."
Like there's a Henderson, Nevada, which I think that's where. No, I don't think Michael Jackson died there. He lived there for a while though. While I was there, Michael Jackson moved into, I think the Green River Hotel, I think it was. So I was in the vicinity of Michael Jackson living there when I was living there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
I never ran into him, but he was there.
you kept your kids away, stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Kept my
Yeah.
kids to the to the wayside.
Don't walk by that house, sweetie.
The Boogie Monster.
Can I tell you guys
It's a
about
bad
the
man.
dinner I made last night?
Mm-hmm.
Was it
Yeah.
oysters?
Do it, man.
No, it was not oysters, but it was
That's surprising.
surf and turf. I got
I did. Well,
Close.
after your story, I do have to ask you about oysters.
oh for sure. Oh, and I'll be excited to answer that. Whatever
Yeah.
question you have.
What's an oyster connoisseur?
An oyster connoisseur? Like what's
Yeah.
it called?
Yeah, there's got to be one like that because
Eric.
that's a
Mhm, an
delicacy.
Erik.
It's called an Eric.
An oysteroni.
Should move to like Italy, become an oyster connoisseur.
I'll be an
A sh-
oyster connoisseur and
A
and a
shuckarone.
chicharrone.
It'll be a shuckarone.
I stopped by
All right.
Fred Meyer and I picked up some choice cuts of steak. Went home and started up a barbecue, and I grilled up steak and I grilled up shrimp. So I even had my kids helping me and stuff to marinate everything.
Nice.
And Alexa, she went and stuck all the shrimp on the skewers, threw them all on the grill last night. I also barbecued up some asparagus. Emily made potato salad. It was an amazing dinner last night.
Sounds like your average like Americana dinner right there.
It was
Just,
like
barbecuing,
Yeah, at some point,
summertime.
I was just sat back in my chair because we ate outside too. And I was just like looking at everybody eat, and I was just like so proud.
Huh?
I was like, oh my God,
Everyone's eating.
we did this. This is amazing.
Yeah.
I wish this moment would last forever.
So what kind of steaks did you buy?
I bought, they're grass-fed organic. I think it's that organic company with the green. Is that what it's called? Organics?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's organic something.
Yeah.
It's got like a green circle on there.
USDA
Yeah.
certified.
That's the only kind Emily will
Something.
eat. Every time Emily's involved in any kind of food shopping, we have to go to like Fred Meyer or something. She wouldn't let me go to Safeway. I don't know. I'm trying to see what's wrong with Safeway. It's fine.
I don't know. Safeway's kind of gone down the hill. I used to shop at like Albertsons all the time. Now I'm like,
Every
Is that-
Safeway
that's an
near me
Albertsons
is
right
scary.
there, isn't it? Still,
mm-hmm.
yeah. That's like the only Albertsons left, I think, up here. Like they went out of business or something. Back home, we had Stater Brothers. I don't think you guys have that out here.
I've never been there. No.
Albertsons and Stater Brothers in California. What about Idaho? Kind of
That's where we live.
Albertsons.
Mm-hmm.
What about El Paso?
Albertsons
Nice, I
and
guess they're
Walmart.
everywhere.
Well, Albertsons headquarters in Boise.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So they're pretty much just like a West Coast brand.
There's a place called Food for Less that we used to go to sometime that my dad used to take us to, and they had like fucking whole like cow heads and stuff, literally like in halves of sheep, eyeballs, stuff. It was fucking weird. Chicken
crazy.
feet.
Oh yeah.
That's
All of it,
how.
You're not gonna find chicken feet at Albertsons. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they had. There's this one place called like the Sun, I think, in Deming, New Mexico, which is a town of 10,000 people or so, 15,000.
Yeah.
And yeah, they have the weirdest old shit you've ever seen, like half a cow head and like a foot in a pig foot in a jar that's all pickled and stuff. And my grandma was like, "Oh fuck yeah!"
Yeah. There we go.
Just takes it right out of the jar and just starts eating it up.
No
and
shit.
yeah, all sorts of old school stuff.
We have
Another
a carniceria on the corner. It's like a Mexican meat market.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like right on the corner of our house and stuff. It's like fucking I walked in there, I was like walking into my grandma's kitchen.
Yeah.
They have all those little bags of spices and stuff and chilies and everything. I'm like, I guess this is where you buy it. Everything like this.
Right.
I've always wondered.
Where it's yeah, they literally picked it outside and then they put it in that bag and sealed it up. Sometimes you'll even see that they're just stapled by like the workers over there. Because that's right near Hatch, New Mexico, which is like the chili capital of the world. So there's always chili to be had.
I
over
imagine
there.
they have friggin' just all sorts of Mexican wonders out there in El Paso.
Oh yeah, that's one thing it does have. Other than that, it's just barren wasteland.
Mexican bread. Ever had? Oh my God, it's like
Mexican
the
bread?
the sugary bread. It's like almost like
Oh yeah,
the pastry bread. So good.
you ever had the tres de leche?
Yes, I have.
No.
It's like it's called Three Milks. It's like this cake that's moist and it sounds and kind of looks pretty bad, but it's really good.
Mexicans love their.
So it's like wet
love
bread.
Their leche. I'll tell you that much. Horchata.
Yeah. We're trying.
That stuff's good too. It's like
Really
cinnamony.
like cinnamon rice milk, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's delicious. They used to have it everywhere, like at the mall and stuff. You can go to like Orange Julius and get a horchata, and now you can't. That's bullshit.
No. Well, it was like an uprising where white people were like co-op. It's kind of like the Macarena. Horchata was like the Macarena.
Yeah, it had its time.
Yeah.
Do you remember going to like the food court in the mall and just being like, that used to be the coolest place to go?
Fuck yeah, I remember that.
Right.
Scoping the girls, working the hot dog on a stick, and fucking squashing them. It's like that.
Yeah.
It was like
Girls whale tailing.
Yeah, whale tailing everywhere.
Oh yeah. The mall used to be the best hangouts place, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, fucking, what do we do at the mall? We just walk around, never shop, just.
I went to the mall with my kids not too long ago for like the first time in years. Fucking hated it. I was like, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Too many people. I think I have a weird thing that I've come to my older age where now I don't like to be around large groups of people. Really.
That's me now. Shit.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone stares at you at the mall too.
I don't remember ever used to feeling like that, but now I'm just like, oh god.
Oh, it just pisses me off, man. I fucking hate waiting for a parking spot.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
just
when
like
you're going
trying
on
to
a busy
walk and then
time.
having to stop and having to go around someone and then having to stop and go around them. And it's like, can't we just all walk at like a decently fast pace, you know?
Nothing
Right.
fucks up your day too any more than waiting on a spot. You're parking there waiting, and like they're pulling out, but they're pulling out in such a way where they're blocking you, and then another person comes around the corner that has not been waiting and takes that fucking spot. Nothing else will.
I've
ruins
always
your day
tried to
worse than
avoid that. Like I will creep up on you and be an inch away from you
That's a game changer right there. It's a day changer.
because I will not have that. Because that
Dude,
would piss me off.
Fucking, this happened to me, man. I was at the mall, of course,
Yes,
and I'm
of
like
course.
waiting for this parking spot, And this fucking lady comes and runs and just stands in the parking spot while her husband's like
no,
trying to
that's
circle.
not,
It's like,
that's
get
not
the
allowed.
fuck out of the way.
I'm gonna take you out, old lady.
Oh yeah, and I just kept like, I'll fucking hit you, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
That's ballsy.
Like, we're all gonna be waiting.
Right.
Yep.
I got nothing but time, bitch.
Yep, dude, that's what I did. I didn't fucking move. And she's like,
Fuck no.
she's like, I'm not moving either, bitch.
Like,
You know?
you're old
I'll
and
be here
fat.
all
You can't
day.
stand here forever. I'm sitting in an
Yep,
air-conditioned
yep,
Jeep. I'm fine.
You don't know
I
how
got
spiteful
radio.
I am.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I
I'm
don't
like
even
a
need to go to the
fucking
mall
Navy
today.
SEAL sniper. Like a fucking special forces sniper. I'll sit here for 3 days.
Yep.
You just lean over to your girl, Mary. There's been a change of plans. Make yourself comfortable.
Make yourself comfortable.
Whip out a lawn chair.
Yep.
Got nothing but time.
So I also hate going to the mall.
Yeah.
True story.
That's something I never experienced living in El Paso, is having literally no parking at all.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You have to park like 2 blocks away to find a parking spot. I never experienced that, and that's pretty aggravating.
Oh yeah.
Totally.
When there's not a single spot in the whole goddamn place.
No, it sucks, man.
Paid parking pisses me off too. When you go into like a certain city and just pay parking everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, it's starting to move up here too, man. I
Yeah.
gotta fucking go to the beach and I gotta pay to park.
Jesus Christ.
I got that pass, so I just get free parking for.
It's because you live there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Must be nice.
They offered it. I was
Nice.
like, yeah, I'm part of this community.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
lovely, lovely community full of mostly rich old people.
Mm-hmm.
It is nice. I went to Thurston's apartment the other day. It's really good. I mean, his palatial Hollywood estate.
Yeah.
It's very roomy.
Yes, my mansion.
His mansion. It's very roomy in there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty cool place.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Those are nice places. I have a friend that lives just like around the like on the other side of the gym.
Yeah. I finally got a downstairs neighbor, and that sucks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Before my place creaks all the time, so I'm all before I was like always tiptoeing around, but lately I've been enjoying it and just like stomping around. I don't give
Yeah.
a shit where.
And I gotta be all
But now they
quiet.
moved in, and I gotta be quiet again.
Are they cool?
I gotta-
You met him yet? Have you heard?
No, he looks like a
have you heard any
divorcee.
broomsticks up against the ceiling yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, dude, you
he's
can't,
just
like,
like this
fucking-
older man by himself. Just had a few possessions, like his bed and
I know the type.
Yep.
and
I've
like
been there.
side table, and then he was done, and he was moved in. And we saw him around, and we talked to him a little bit, and he seemed like he doesn't seem crazy at all.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah.
Maybe you won't have any worries. Maybe he's the kind of guy that's going to be out at the singles clubs every night. You don't have to worry about
Yeah.
it. Make all the noise you want.
Last neighbors we had were these 3 Asian women. I think 2 of them were a mother and daughter pair, and then one was like just a friend or something. I don't know, but you wouldn't notice by looking at them. But their apartment always smelled like weed,
Oh, yeah.
and they were like these older Asian girls. So I was like, I was very surprised that they partook constantly. Like it always smelled like weed.
Probably just like a big hookah on the fucking living room.
Probably.
Yeah.
Uh,
Everyone smokes weed.
Yeah. If it's legal, might as well.
Well, at least around here.
how many places is it legal now? How many states?
A lot.
A lot of states, right?
New Mexico has certain counties that they're legal in.
That's odd.
Yeah. So like the Deming County where my grandma lives, she doesn't. It's not legal there, but in Las Cruces it is, which is like right there by El Paso. So everyone's been getting stoned over there.
Is it legal in Nevada yet? Or is it still
Yeah.
like
It is.
criminalized? So, yes. So
It's
what do you
legal.
do with all those people that were, because before it was like heavily criminal, like you can get like 20 years for like a resonated pipe or something.
Yeah.
Do those people just stay in prison?
I think so.
I'm sure they'll eventually let them out. That's what
Yeah.
they started doing here. Like,
Yeah.
like drop in like
Shorten
a
it
record
up.
if it was like shortening it up or dropping the record.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they'll always say like you still broke the law at the time.
Yeah.
But that would feel shitty if I was in that situation. Like if I got smuggled in a phone and I was looking on Instagram, people smoking
like,
weed, and it's like, yeah, we just
Bitch.
bought this at a store that looks like the Apple store, and you're just sitting in prison for having a joint one time.
Yeah.
That would piss me off.
Got your cousin smoking a joint, high-fiving a police officer, and you're just sitting there.
At like Hempfest or something.
Dislike.
Yeah, just like that shit.
Just comment, free me, bitch.
What's weird is like
Get outta
I
here.
was always curious about like going from like Washington to Idaho, even though you're not high but you're dirty. Does that still like count as a? What does that mean?
That's a.
What if they pull you over and be like, I'm gonna test you for marijuana?
That's a gray area. Is there a testing? Is there a means of
They
testing
can't
someone?
test if you're high, but they can test if you've smoked weed. So that's the thing about it. They can't really prove that you're high right now and that you're impaired right now. There's no real like test. You might look stoned, but there's no
Except for a blood
physical
test.
proof. Yeah.
Which no one's gonna consent to a blood test.
No.
Yeah. Or it's like small potatoes for a blood test.
You're not
That's
sticking
pretty
me with that,
expensive.
please. You're not sticking me with that.
Oh.
Meanwhile, you have a fucking IV in your arm for alcohol abuse.
The key is just to shut up.
I don't like needles.
I'll pass out right here. I'll shit myself right here. I seriously will.
Crazy times we live in. Man.
Hell yeah.
You just gotta shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna try not to.
And you won't
sniffle
get
too
blood
much
tested.
on this podcast. We got fucking battling the allergies, man.
Well, I stopped yesterday I was taking my nose medicine. I stopped doing it today though because I got another fucking nosebleed, man.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm not one to get nosebleeds, but I've been taking this and I've had a few.
I had one last week.
Yeah, I think so. Like I don't know what else it would be.
Allergy spray? No.
Yeah, I mean that is a common side effect of like using steroid sprays.
I'm pretty sure I just got over a cold too from the allergy. I couldn't tell. My allergy is so bad. I couldn't tell if I had a cold or not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's terrible, man. Fucking hate allergies.
Yeah, Vanessa, like last week, sneezed 100 times in a row, I swear. Yeah. It was just coughing, and she just looked horrible. We took her to the doctor, and she got like this allergy inhaler. It was so bad.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't doubt that you guys have been feeling it because that pollen cow must have been huge.
For sure,
she was
man.
she was so fucked up the whole day.
I was waking up like a 3-year-old, like in the middle of the night with just freaking snot like all over my like lip and all chapped and shit.
Do you ever do that thing
Crying
like
to Emily?
you're asleep, so like you don't notice, but you like. There was this one time where I was like wiping my nose when I was asleep, and I thought it was just like a runny nose and everything, and like I wiped it on like myself and like my leg and all that shit, and I woke up and it's just blood, and I'm like,
I've had that before.
it was all over my leg. It looked like I murdered someone in my sleep. Like I slept walk, went to my parents' room, and just started stabbing.
You just wake up.
What have I done?
What have I done?
I'm a werewolf.
The pollen tracker says that it has a local allergy alert.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Get out of town.
No sign of that ending anytime soon.
No.
No, it's super
Fucking
warm.
spring
I don't
time.
think.
Just not gonna mow my lawn ever again. As you can tell.
Oh yeah, that'll get you.
Good beer. I'll say it before and I'll say it again. Pike's Place. Good beer.
Yep. Kill lifter. Go grab it.
So we have some.
Is that it?
We also have some
Listening?
Mexican lager here, and we have something with a dog on it. Motley something.
Motley Zoo.
Motley Zoo. Get it?
Get it?
Are you getting it out there? Get it?
No, there's no
girl.
like dogs at the zoo, but don't think too hard about that.
Don't pay too much attention. How was the lager?
It's good. It tastes like watered down Corona,
Yeah, that's what I figured from looking at it.
but it's tasty.
So water down Corona.
Drink up and save a pup.
Oh, see?
You're saving lives. Postdoc Brewing has adopted Motley Zoo Animal Rescue's mission to save the lives of animals in need.
It's a good cause.
Sure.
Good cause.
So I went to Specialty Brews, right? So I can get I wanted to get a couple singles, right? They have those little packs there.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, we got there, it didn't open. They were kind of trying to usher, even though we're big stars as we are, and they ended up serving us anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They're still trying to like usher us out of there. So I just kind of, I did one of these.
Was that
There's a dog on that. That looks cute.
Yeah.
was that guy's afro real?
I think
I
so.
couldn't tell.
I've seen him before. Either that or he wears that afro wig a lot.
Because it was a perfect afro. There wasn't a single strand that wasn't perfectly kept into the
It was
round
beautiful.
ball of his that was his hair.
He looked like he was about to dance at any minute too. He looked like one of those
Right.
people, those dancers.
Yeah, he put a lot of hairspray in his hair.
Mhm.
I think.
You guys hear about the Goldberg Undertaker botch?
No, tell me all about it.
So there's the Super Showdown on Friday, which is the one in Jeddah, Arabia, or whatever. Super controversial show. We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Nice.
the main event was Goldberg and the Undertaker, and I guess Goldberg got a concussion, and he tried to do his. Oh, so there's two botches. One, Undertaker botched his Tombstone pile driver.
Mm-hmm.
I think that could have been where Goldberg got his concussion.
Probably. Damn.
And then
He's only
Goldberg,
like 55.
yeah, and Goldberg's like 52. And then Goldberg did the jackhammer, the jackknife jackhammer, whatever it's called, and then fucking landed Undertaker on his neck. Like,
oh shit.
Oh.
Is it okay?
I guess so.
Fuck, man.
We'll see if he wrestles ever again.
Damn. Fucking botchers.
Yeah.
Did you
They
ever
must have been out of
see-
practice.
I think it was his retirement match before though, because obviously he came back. Brock Lesnar. I think it was his last match before going to the UFC. Where he did that moonsault and he landed on his fucking head.
Oh
You
yeah.
seen that?
Yeah.
I think I
That-
saw that. Did he like?
we saw that
sat
live,
there like.
and everybody's like, "Oh!"
Oh shit.
that was a crazy botch.
Yeah. I bet you he's never done a moonsault again.
No. Or when fucking, oh my god, we can just go off on botches. When fucking Psycho Sid Vicious, when he fucking snapped his fucking leg.
Yep,
Yeah, foot was just like
Yeah,
dangling.
Yep.
That was a fucking.
Did they keep
worst.
it going or did they like cut it?
Dude, he was like a big man. He was screaming his ass. I mean, I imagine fucking that had to be pain, like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But it happened on live TV. Like he hopped off. I think he hopped off.
Was
like,
JR
the
still
rope.
like, oh yeah?
It was WCW. I don't remember. Tony, what was the guy's?
Sharavoni?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Ugh.
People were
And Eric
visibly
Bischoff, probably.
disgusted. Yeah, it was awful.
It was awful.
So awful that
I bet
don't,
some
don't
people
even
were like,
bother pulling it up. You
No,
can
I'm not
imagine.
going
It's
to, yeah.
It's an awful. That was an awful break.
Yeah,
It was
our,
just
our
like
viewers
the
can look it up
Lakos-
if
the
you want.
Lakos Jello.
Yeah, it's just like this dangling.
Yeah.
He's like, ah!
There's a billion botched compilations on YouTube, so if you want to see it, you can probably
Yeah, Google it yourselves.
Yeah. At your own discretion. It is horrific. You guys watching the playoffs, NBA?
No,
Watched the
but
last
I'm-
game. It was pretty
I'm
intense.
following it though.
Yeah, I'm following it. I haven't been watching it. They don't let me watch basketball now.
There was some blood drawn this game. Some guy got, I forget his name. Fucking, he's a Raptor, so I don't know what the fuck he is. Got fucking elbowed so hard in the face that his face was bleeding, and his face says it all. When he was on the ground, he's just like laying there with no pain. I guess he wanted to be like respectful and honorable because he knows so many people are watching. He's like bleeding from the face, but just stone cold right there for like 5 minutes.
Jeez.
Arms out, but I think he broke his nose.
Jesus
pretty bad.
Christ.
No, it's pretty good, man. The Warriors are getting their ass kicked. No,
Mhm.
not their ass kicked, but they're
It's
losing.
2-1. Yeah,
It's 3-1 now.
3-1. Yeah.
California doesn't win anything anymore. Those days
Well,
are
shit,
done.
the
They won
Warriors
last
won
time.
3 straight, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
We can't
Yeah.
let Canada win though. This is America's sport.
That's right.
Toronto, where even is that? They speak French.
I think so. They're French Canadians, yeah.
Ugh.
Disgusting.
I'm just kidding. If you're a Canadian, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They're our only ally, John.
Yes. If you're a Canadian, like, subscribe.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you to our greatest allies, the Canadians.
Yeah.
Love you. No offense, Mexico or England. You guys are great, but you know,
That's a
you're
bad-
not right there, you know?
Not to backtrack any, but I have to say that that's my first time I've ever had spam. And I take back everything I said about it. It was fucking delicious.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta
I'm gonna go buy some spam on my way home.
you gotta roast the
Fucking good.
spam. You gotta cook it up.
I'm
That's
like,
what
you
makes it
gotta-
really good.
You gotta try this, Emily. You're gonna love it. Spam.
You gotta dance around it.
It's gonna turn you into a dirty slut. You'll see. I'm gonna make you some sluts.
You gotta treat it like chorizo. Just
So
Throw
did
it on
you
the
like
pan.
you've had spam
Mush it
before?
up.
No, I've never had.
You've never had spam before?
It's my first time having spam.
It's terrible for you.
Yeah, right?
you lived in the 90s. How did you not have spam?
I don't know. I've just never had spam. I grew up poor too. I don't know. I've never had spam.
Did you know spam is like okay? So the Hawaiians love spam.
Yeah, it's like a
their-
delicacy in
Yeah.
Hawaii.
and it's fucking expensive over there.
Is it?
Yeah,
Dang.
I mean, it's kind of expensive here, man. Like, there's like $4 or $5 for that kind of spam.
It's just always had like stigma to it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
Stuff
people
posing
hate
as
on
meat.
it.
Mm-hmm. Like spam out of a can, I guess, has always turned me on.
It is
meat out of a
definitely
can.
not high quality meat.
Well,
It tastes really good.
It's just spiced ham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love it.
Or
Buy some.
stuff posing as meat.
It was made by the military, right? At first,
I have
that
no
was like
idea.
it was like something soldiers can just whip out and get like a lot of meat in there,
It wouldn't surprise me.
cook it up or whatever they want.
Sounds
But you
perfect.
can eat it raw too. So
Mm. Like Vienna sausages.
yeah,
Mm.
the little weenies and the
Yeah.
things. That's a '90s thing too.
Yeah.
That reminds me of my brother
I've
because he
had
just
Vienna
like
sausages. Yeah.
drink the water too. He's like, oh, it's so fucking good, and I was like, ugh. Those Vienna sausages, man. Just wet hot dogs. I don't eat
Kind of makes me want to try like the
Meats
whole
from
chicken in the
cans.
can.
Yeah.
Ew.
My God.
I'm gonna go to Hawaii next year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because my dad's new wife is Hawaiian, and they're gonna
Mhm.
take us over there. So maybe we'll get some spam,
Fuck yeah.
a spam dish.
I'm sure you will.
But apparently, they straight up have those pig roastings every night,
Do they?
every single night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
Like-
stoked for that. Like a luau.
Like at restaurants or just at everyone's houses or like how's that?
Like at resorts and shit.
Oh really?
Yeah, or at people's houses sometimes. But obviously, they're not
Like-
gonna roast a pig all the time. But there's at least
Like
a
does-
dozen pig roastings going on at any given time.
I can see the resorts, but is it like real like Hawaiian culture to like do that all the time?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
luau is totally legit,
Yeah.
totally a legit thing.
Hmm.
Which when my dad's wife was telling me about that, I was genuinely surprised. I was like, oh, I thought that was like just some tourist trap
Yeah.
shit. Like,
Yeah.
look at our
That's what we do,
culture.
man.
Yeah.
No, but they really do that, and they go
Awesome.
they do luau's, and that was the great thing about the luau. Why it gained so much popularity is that's when the king, I forgot which king it was, but that was the first event that kind of allowed males and females to commingle together at one party, which
Oh.
usually they would separate. So that's why it gained so much popularity, because once
Nice.
they started getting Western culture, they kind of saw how society could be. So that was like kind of them adapting to Western styles, you know.
Nice.
What's your favorite animal to eat?
Favorite animal to eat?
I think like probably
Besides the obvious?
the most versatile probably be right. Pig, right? Would be the like freaking. It's almost like Buffalo Indian style, just using every part of the pig. I mean, I've had
Yeah.
pig ear before. That even that was fucking delicious. If you were like, hey, do you want to stick around for lunch, Eric? I'm gonna cook up some pig snout. I'd be like, yeah, that sounds great. Let's have some.
I mean, you just did have some pig.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it was chopped up, processed, and heavily seasoned and salty as fuck. But
I think my favorite animal to eat would probably be pig.
yeah, pig's a good one.
I think for me, any kind of bird,
Yeah.
just anything bird is good.
Have you ever had duck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had quail. Quail was good.
Nice.
Very surprising. You know what they have in Spain and France is squirrel.
Do they really?
Or no, squirrel. Rabbit.
Oh, I was about to say that.
But
yeah, that too.
it looks like a squirrel because they don't make it look like just meat. You know, when you buy meat, you're just like, oh, this is pig or beef or whatever, but you don't see like the cow. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
With rabbit, they're just like, here's this fucking dead rabbit
just
right
eat it
here.
all thing.
Eat up.
Yeah.
I heard
And
that
it's
you
like
don't
a
get.
rabbit body.
I heard you don't get any nutritional value from rabbit actually. Or
Really?
hair. I've had hair
Low.
before.
Low nutrition.
Low nutrition. Yeah.
Is it just?
I don't doubt
just
it. It
straight
wasn't
protein.
that
Yeah.
much.
You can't really live off of it. It doesn't give you everything you need.
It was like $45 and like 1.5 ounces of
I've
actual
had
meat
I've had
because it's all bone and
one thing that I
Bullshit.
really love is duck liver. I don't know if you guys ever
Yeah.
had that.
No.
It's fucking delicious.
Isn't
They
that,
serve it at a place in Seattle. Every time we go there, I always get it. It's so good.
Is it foie gras?
Yes, foie gras.
Okay, that's very
So
controversial.
good.
You shouldn't have said that.
Damn it.
I'm surprised Emily lets you eat that.
Foie gras.
I like veal,
So good.
but like pre-veal.
I'm surprised. I'm really surprised Emily let you eat that.
Why is it so controversial? Isn't it just duck liver?
You have to keep it alive while you eat it.
No.
I have no idea.
They
I'm
pretty much
just bullshitting.
stick a tube down the throat and force feed the ducks
Oh my
this
God.
type of really fat enriched food
Never
to
mind.
make
I
it
don't eat that.
to make the. I mean, I heard it's delicious.
If I ever did do that, it would be. It's delicious. I'm sure.
Just don't think. I shouldn't have told you, man. I'm sorry.
Damn it! No, it doesn't even bother me. I'm gonna go. I'll go eat some today.
Nice. All right. Good.
So good. I'm just.
All right,
Just
I've
don't
had
look it
veal
up.
before.
It's like a gray mass too. It doesn't look like it would be tasty.
because it's so fatty.
Yeah, but it's so good. So just sprinkle that shit on some toast.
Controversial.
Maybe that's what it is. It's the taboo that gets me liking it.
Well,
Makes me feel
I think it's funny that
Makes me
people
feel alive.
people will like get mad at you for eating veal, but people eat lamb all the time.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah,
I like
Ooh,
lamb. I like lamb.
I agree.
They were
with
fucked
you.
either way,
Yeah,
I don't like
kid or
mutton.
an adult.
just stay away from like Morrissey documentaries, and
Yeah,
it'll really
I don't watch those.
change. Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, every kind of meat is. It's you got it in a pretty bad way.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you
Animals,
killed something.
Yeah,
You killed something. Yeah.
You did.
but it is tasty,
It is.
especially
Mm.
pig.
The way I see it, controversial opinion time from John, as always. When you eat a cow, you're like taking its energy and substance and making more humans out of it. So you're like inadvertently having them join the human race, you know?
Yeah.
Here's that Simpsons episode where it's like, "Don't be fooled, Timmy. If a cow had its chance, it would eat you too."
I like cow. Like I'm honestly, I'm not a huge meat eater. I eat meat, but I think
The egg is also good.
egg is my favorite meat
Yeah, I think I'm going to
I-
change mine. The egg. Any kind of egg is really
because
good.
I fucking eat so much eggs. Like when Mary was gone, like the last week, I ate like a whole fucking bottom rack of like of
Yeah.
eggs. I mean,
Plus, nothing's really... I guess the thing laying the egg is like in a cage laying an egg, but it's
yeah.
like if you believe that a fetus isn't like a human being, then an egg is just like just some shit
well,
Hey,
made out of a thing.
let's give it up for eggs. Yeah.
Egg.
well, it's just
Have you seen that Always
Yeah.
Sunny? Can I interest you in my fine egg?
I mean, it's unfertilized, so it's pretty much just having chicken period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with. Like that sounds
Eggs
disgusting.
are great. You can do a fucking lot.
But
with
that's
eggs.
how good eggs are. You're just
Mhm.
like, I don't give a shit. That's good.
I think I could go vegetarian. Like I like to eat meat, but I can go vegan. Fuck that shit. But I could go
No.
vegetarian just as long as I
Full
had like
vegan, it'd be hard.
Can you
Nope.
still eat egg if you're
Yeah.
vegan?
no vegan.
No.
No, you can't eat anything from an animal.
I don't partake in anything with a face.
Any excretion or
What are the vegans gonna do once they realize that like plants have feelings too?
right? Like
Yes,
we hooked up electrodes
do.
to it, and when I slapped the leaf, it
I
I'm
believe there
scared.
are studies where
Yeah.
like if you talk to plants, they'll grow
Yeah,
faster than if you don't.
yeah, and there's studies that saying that plants might have feelings too.
I saw this fucking movie Adrift with Emily the other day. It's about this girl that she's a vegan, and she goes like on a sailing trip with her boyfriend, and there's like a storm and fucking everything gets destroyed. And there's like one point where she's like about to starve to death because like she's just like adrift on this boat, and she's like refusing to eat fish because of her vegetarian ways. And it's like, dude, I
wow.
think you
Really?
can forego that for
Yeah.
right now so you could survive. you
Seriously.
idiot.
Yeah,
yeah, that's
it's either
just
survive or die.
that's just boneheadedness.
It's a true story too, so that's dumb.
You should
like-
try and
yeah.
survive. Come
Yeah,
on.
why don't you try to survive? Eat some fish.
Like I don't mind hunting. Like I don't like trophy hunting, but like when people go hunting and they use the whole animal. Like there's
Yeah,
nothing
go
wrong with
out,
that,
make
man.
some jerky,
You know,
Mhm.
make some food, actually use the thing that you hunted. Like that's just
I mean,
the way of
it's
life.
no difference than me harvesting corn.
Right?
You know?
Circle of life business. I mean, you gotta stay alive. And
that
friggin'
should
your quality of life will greatly improve with the better food that you eat. I think.
that should be the norm. Let's change society where most of the time you're vegetarian or vegan or whatever, but if you want meat, like it's Thanksgiving time, you got to go out to like a specialized area and go hunt your food.
Mhm.
Yeah, wild turkeys is where I grew up.
Yeah. And you can have meat, you just got to do it yourself. You got to do the dirty work yourself. Plus, I think that would make it taste better because like
Yeah.
I brought this home and I put it on the table myself.
Yeah.
Go at it.
Flat stick.
I think we should do that. It'll be society.
Yeah. I mean, well, a lot of cultures is
Gotta
like
go
that.
out and shoot that cow in the head.
Just not ours.
No,
I mean, cows are pretty much bred to feed us.
Yeah.
It's true.
I mean, what other purpose does a cow have?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I agree. I've seen videos and stuff where like cows kept like they're bred in captivity and stuff, and they get to go out like onto the like I don't know if you've ever seen that video where it's like cows see grass for the first time.
Oh, and they're like prancing around, and they're like happy and stuff.
I get it. I wouldn't go out and slaughter my own cow.
Mm-hmm. I'd buy a whole cow.
Yeah, I'd buy it.
Already dead.
You can do that out here too. You can freaking bid and buy like parts of a cow and they'll come deliver it.
Yeah.
You know, when I go to Japan, what we need, or we could probably have it shipped over here. We need to try some Kobe beef, where the cow is massaged.
So they have Kobe beef here.
Yeah, they sell
but
it at
in Japan it's Wagyu.
It's Wagdoodle? What did you say?
Wagyu.
Oh, Wagyu.
I thought you were about to say it was white people. I thought you said that for a second.
Some white people shit.
Southern green is people. They sell white people in Japan.
Kobe.
I wouldn't go there to Japan.
So when are you going
Kobe's
to Japan?
Had Kobe beef. I don't know. Probably after Hawaii.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, probably in a while. But I'm not paying that much for Hawaii because I don't have to like pay for a resort or anything like that. They live there. Or my dad doesn't live there, but her family lives there. And they have a pretty cool
I've always
place.
wanted to go to Japan.
Yeah, it seems like a cool
on my
place.
bucket list. Yeah.
It's like the cleanest Asian country you can go to.
Nice.
Like the most modernized as well. Like there's a lot of shit to do. There's a Disneyland there too.
They still use panties out of vending machines. I mean, what more do you want? What more do you want?
How do they get used?
They have a bullet train that goes like 300
you like
miles
that
an hour.
job? Wouldn't that, if you were like a professional underwear wearer and then they just sold your underwear afterwards? That'd be great.
I don't know if anyone would buy my stink.
Right.
You never know.
They might.
They might. You never know. There's a market for anything these days.
Especially in Japan.
They should have like a picture right next to it. Like, this is the person who wore it.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a
They
social.
probably do.
We're gonna do a social experiment where we sell a pair of John Mann's underwear on eBay. We're gonna see if we get any bids. Use John Mann.
We'll
underwear.
just have a headshot of you. Like, here's the man, right?
Yeah.
Just be like black and white.
Something fancy though, where you're wearing like a sweater vest or something with a cup of coffee next to a fire.
You could buy the underwear I'm wearing right now.
Some 50-year-old gay professor of like literature is just like, on the internet.
I'll take two.
I'll take two. Well, I have to actually wear them. I only could buy one at a time.
Gets it in the mail.
Dude, people do have weird fetishes, man.
Essence of John Mann.
Oh yeah, there's Rule 34 of the internet. If it exists, there's porn of it
Yes.
that you can find
Yes.
readily available.
Someone's probably jerking off to it right now.
Yeah, there's probably like a beer can.
Circle of life.
Okay, so like this is
Fetish.
way early internet. Like, so do you guys remember Two Girls, One Cup?
I do, but I've
Oh
never
yeah,
seen it.
how could I not?
You've never seen that?
No.
It was the most disgusting thing ever. That was
I was afraid to. I don't ever want to see that.
that was like back before the super wild west days of the internet, man.
When I first met John Mann,
makes you
he
think.
was a big proponent of sending people meatspin.com.
Meat spin.
The first time I ever saw it was courtesy of John Mann. I was like, oh. Now every time
Like,
I
what?
hear that fucking song, I think I see that image in my head every time I hear that song.
Yeah.
If you don't know what we're talking about, Google meat spin right now.
Right round.
I don't know if you want to.
Is that still
It's
active?
still out there.
Is it?
If it's been taken down, it's been put back up by someone else. Same with Tub Girl.
Tub
Ever seen that
Girl?
one?
I don't think I did. I saw my friend sent me a lemon party.
Oh yeah, that's another one.
I was at
Classic.
work too. Literally not. I was at work when I opened the link.
Oh,
You got to not safe for work things, man. Sometimes the hell could have had somebody behind me.
Is that what
you think you'd get fired for that?
Yeah, NSFW, not safe for work. Yeah, that's where it came from.
Do you think you yourself would get fired for that?
Depends. It depends on who sees it. I work with a lot of perverted individuals. I probably wouldn't mind it.
When was the last time you went into the office?
Meh. Shit, it's been a couple months, I think. I know it's
Same,
been a
bro.
while.
Nice.
Yeah, give it up.
Does anyone
Give it
even
up.
like work at the office anymore? Like, why would you go in?
Not really, because
Not really.
they downsized the whole building.
Yeah.
Like they have this whole campus, but they built that when everyone had their own computer and had to go in. They didn't have like this remote stuff, and technology advanced just so fast that they're using like 2 floors of one building now because so many people are remote and so many people are just.
They're packing people out of that what is it, building 7 and 8? They're like abandoning 7, everybody going into 8 now, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, fuck it.
It's
And every
just
time
empty.
I go, I used to feel bad about it. Every time I go in though, there's nobody there, so it's just like fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I work.
My whole
like,
team's in Dallas.
Yeah, I work late hours. I do not want to get stuck in the office like fucking until 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah, they always
Yeah.
got you out there all the time.
Yeah.
I gotta work on Sunday and Saturday next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because they're pushing out some bullshit that I don't care about.
I work late Thursday. I work late Friday, and then on Friday we had all this news of work coming in on Monday and Tuesday. So it looks like Monday and Tuesday are gonna be shitty too.
So you
Sucks.
Dude, I survived downsizing of the team. Like
I
3
heard.
people
I
got
heard.
fired.
Congratulations.
That was scary. And
Congratulations.
thank you. We were like in a meeting, and the boss man prefaces with like, "I'm so sorry, guys. I hate to do this. Like, I'm sorry. Blah blah blah. This is the worst part of my job." And I'm like, "For God's sakes, get to the point."
Ooh, this is not bad.
And they're like, "These people are not gonna be joining us from now on." But they were already like fired, so they weren't even there.
That's how they
I was
tend to
like-
do it. There's usually
was
2
freaky.
meetings. Some people go to that meeting. Usually the bigger group. But when you're going to the meeting with the bigger group in it,
Yeah,
that's when it's like. And the other
Dude,
people,
I was fucking scared.
dude, what happened in the days that just gave you a pink check?
right? Just like a pink slip. Like
Did they just slap it down in front of you, and you're like
baseball? You know, where you go to your work locker and you just have like the cut card hanging there.
yeah,
Well,
your name's off.
Yeah.
So do you think working from home is more job security or less job security?
They want me to believe that it's less because you want visibility, but we don't. I mean, it's really a tough point to make
So when
in
you-
my line of work because everybody is everywhere.
Elsewhere.
They're scattered everywhere, all
Everyone's
across
somewhere else.
America.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do I got to be there for if I'm just like video conferencing with these people anyway?
Yeah.
So
Might have to go to the occasional team lunch.
do they give you shit for working at home?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
every now and again, just because I do it so often.
Are you not supposed to be doing it that often?
I'm what's called a flex worker.
Uh-huh.
So I can never go into the office if I want to. And I'm like the only
Why
one.
not?
I'm the only one on the team for some. I think it was a mistake made somewhere, because like I'm the only one on the team that is a flex worker. Everybody else is like in office, but half my team doesn't go in the office. I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
And then like I said, when I go in there's nobody there. And usually when people do go in, they'll just leave at a certain time. Anyway.
So what?
Yeah, they leave at like noon.
yeah.
Does corporate come in and then everyone has to go in the office and
Yes,
like actually work?
corporate, that's the last time I went in is when our boss came into town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
our new boss. is
does he
gonna come
actually
into town.
announce?
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, so we know when he's coming. It's not really like a surprise because I think he's in Austin. I think, yeah, Texas.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, there's been like so many ups and downs. For a while there, I thought they were gonna move us to. They were like gonna move everything to the hub in Austin. I'm like, fuck. How do I tell Emily we're gonna have to move to Austin?
Not a bad place to move to, though.
No. If I had a choice
Thanks,
though, we have a place in El Segundo, so I would totally do that and go back to California.
El Segundo.
Luckily, I don't have to go anywhere. And looks like I'm gonna be able to get this podcast to where it needs to be. This is my income, bitches.
That'd be nice.
Yeah,
I noticed you got lined up.
I did. Oh my god! So I went to we were at Juanita Beach, and now I did try to get in with Mary, but she's booked up until next weekend.
Yep.
So I went. Is she even in town?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's working right now.
So I
Booked up.
went. We went to Juanita Beach, and then I saw like an old school barbershop there. It's called The Barbershop.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, oh, maybe I'll pop in there. Like, that's pretty cool. It's like old school, and like, you know, the guys have like the old barber. It's like a total, like that movie barbershop stuff where it's like,
Got the spinning.
yeah, it even had the pole.
Fuck.
Nice.
And then there's people in there like cracking you, like, ha ha, yeah. It was like total like the whole like experience. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. And then the guy that cut my hair, he did it all with the the clippers and stuff.
Oh, nice.
And they didn't let me. What I thought was weird though is I never got to see it the whole time. So
Oh yeah.
they had me facing out, and it was like almost a magic trick where he revealed it.
Oh really?
I started getting like freaking. I don't like it. First of all, like I'll never not go to Mary again. I hate it. He like fucking. He shaved a receding hairline into my head. And it's like my hair grows so fast. What happens like when this stubble starts growing? It's gonna look fucking weird.
It's gonna look terrible because
Yeah.
what like a guy I work with, he gets lined up and it starts to grow out, and
Yeah,
it's like
it's gonna look disgusting. I even shaved like my widow's peak right here. That's like my trademark. Widow's peak's my trademark, baby. And
Oh
shave
yeah,
it
you don't
all
have your
up.
widow's peak anymore.
So now
man.
just like a line and this, and you can already. It's already. I got it done yesterday, and it's already fucking growing in.
a lot of people are about that hairline. It's got to be straight for whatever.
I was like
reason.
worried about coming here. I was like, please not let Mary be here. Oh my god! Like, fucking,
next time you'll be like, I'm gonna wait the
Yeah.
fucking week.
I'll never hear the end of this shit.
So you hate it?
I hate it.
Her hairline wasn't even that bad. Like some people, I can get why they do that because some people have that bend in their hairline, like very close to their forehead, like almost in the front of their
He
head.
wasn't in my car but a minute before I started apologizing for having to look at this fucking hair.
Really?
They did your fade really good
I
though.
went to the barber. Yeah,
Fade
if
works.
I would have been fine if you just didn't touch this. Also, like I don't get it. Like the last 2 times I didn't go to Mary, and I keep telling them I want them to leave this length. I was like, I sat down. And I'm like, look at, don't touch the top right here. I want like picture like a reverse mullet. Right? I want party up front, and then just like cut it short in the back. They fucking never do. Like he was like getting closer up there, and then I saw that he was starting to cut up, and I'm just like, fuck, dude. And then like while they're doing it, like they're like fucking, I don't know. I probably should have stopped him in the middle of the act, maybe. I don't know. Sucks.
Nah, sometimes you got to.
You live and learn, man.
I regret it.
Dude,
I
when are you
learned
gonna
my lesson?
When are you gonna grow this beard out and just have like total fucking?
Right? This guy, one of Emily's friends, sent me, and I was gonna do it too. He sent me a whole long list because, like, when this shit was black, dude, it looked so fucking thick and it was beautiful, like an Undertaker, so big and beautiful, like Mick Foley's beard. But like the white stuff, it makes it look all thin now. So like this guy sent me these total details on how to color your facial hair. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna do it. Like fucking, the guys will probably give me shit when I come to the podcast, but I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna surprise them with my fucking my dark beard when I come in, my sideburns. The minute I got this fucking haircut, I was like, I'm gonna look like a fucking crazy person if I do this beard color. And I have to wait. I'll look like the fucking Hunger Games or some shit. So like, great, there goes that.
I
So,
do like the salt and pepper in your hair though.
yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna touch the top of the hair. I just wanted to color like that, and I just wanted to do like the touch of gray, like not not just like jet black. I
You just want it a little bit more blended.
Yeah, just to make it look more natural but darker.
You know what? You should talk to Mary about that.
Yeah, I will. I went on her site to see if she did that. She does coloring, but it didn't say anything about facial hair coloring. But
I think it's all the
I'm
same.
gonna talk to her about it.
You could also go pure white and look like a supervillain.
Fuck, she coming? Anybody have a hat? Like,
Yeah, she'll be here in about an hour and 15.
Blue moon hat.
I gotta leave in about an hour.
Oh, do you?
So, no, I'm just
Oh. We'll get you
Got
out
us.
before Mary gets here.
Yeah, here's a hat just in case.
no, it's like fucked up. Like I wanted to talk to Mary anyway, so we can start talking about how we fix this, like in the future.
Right.
I'll grow it out. I'm like, how do I fix this?
Well, the thing is, like, how do you grow your widow's peak back? Like, that's gonna
That's gonna take a while because I have to grow that hair back.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
because it
Bitch,
was
man.
super long, right?
Yeah, it was
Son of
super
a
long.
bitch.
Damn. And then your receding hairline that you have now.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
You just
No, like look how fucking big my forehead is.
you gotta find the place that works for you, I guess.
Sad. It was like it smelled nice in there. It smelled like a barbershop. And like people, they were doing up people's hair. It was really nice. And
Well, I mean, that is the end thing
Was
right
it
now.
predominantly African American?
yes.
Yeah, so that's why they straightened up your hairline.
Yes.
Dude, I should.
You gotta straighten that shit up real nice.
What I should do. It sounds so weird without you guys in my head. I should get lined up and just get like a line like all the way.
Dude, that would be sweet.
Look like Jason Statham.
Like a perfect, like almost like a hexagon.
Just fucking
You do a lot.
horseshoe.
That'd be cool.
It is a very Jason Statham look. That's what I'm going
It
for.
is. It
Yeah.
is.
You know,
Doing jobs.
I just need to get more buff. Maybe shave off the beard.
I'm an ex-police officer.
Maybe Kratos-ish with the
Oh
beard.
yeah. Just don't
Isn't that
moisturize at all.
I don't actually.
No,
Really?
It's all
No.
natural.
Wow.
I
Damn.
never moisturize.
Do you use a razor blade for your head?
No, I rarely cut it, like shave it, just because I don't like the in between of like super smooth, like hats just fall off your head,
Yeah.
and then
yeah.
like super rough, or it's like very
prickly.
where you can't just like
Yeah.
I mean, bald people problems, man.
Yeah. You're lucky though, where you look good bald. I don't feel like I've shaved my head before.
I think my head would look really weird.
Yeah, my
bald.
head's like too round.
No, do you think I look this way because you've never seen me with hair, or I just have a good bald?
Yeah, it's possible. But you don't have a weird shaped head. You're not like
I'd be interested in seeing you with hair.
Fucked up.
Any old pictures?
I might be able to bring one up.
Plus, you're not in denial. You like own it. Some people are like, I have these 4 strands. I gotta grow that shit out real nice.
I stopped that when I was like 16. So.
Would you ever consider a comb over, like growing one side of your hair long?
No, man. Come on now.
We should have an episode where we get a really nice toupee.
Yes.
They have those ones that are like real hair and you glue and they last like a month.
We should.
That'd be a great like segment.
Yes.
Now, hypothetically, if you got one, what kind of hairstyle would you go for? What's your like dream hairstyle? Now, come on. Would you go like slick back, ponytail?
No, like I don't know, like so I had curly hair.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it'd have to be well, it was like really wavy, so it'd have to I don't know, I'd
have to have some
kind of like
texture.
something that would like Erik has probably.
Yeah.
What we should do for like a month
Without being lined up.
for solidarity is John Man should wear a wig for a whole month, and then you and I will shave bald spots in our head like that, just so we can see where the other's coming from. It'll make us all closer as friends, I think.
Right. John Man and I can switch places. And you can get like
See
a
if anybody
Thurston haircut,
notices.
which is no haircut at all. Just
Or at least a bald cap. We'll try bald caps out for
Yeah.
every single episode.
Yeah, it's really not that bad, man. I like being bald. Like even if I had hair, like I think you know, like you guys said, I look good bald, and
You do.
Yeah.
I've been like that since I was 16. So I'm actually gonna show you a picture of like when I was 14, if I can find it. It's a while ago. My mom sent it to me. But
I like my
actually
hair
have
right
hair.
there. I like the big. You know.
But the thing is, like, what I miss about my hair, man, is like the rest of my family, except for me, my mom and dad, we have like are redheaded. My siblings are redheaded. Like my siblings' kids have redhead. I just have like this glorious dark hair. You know, I'm 32, not a single gray in there yet.
That's
Well,
good.
maybe one or twos, but fucking glorious. And just all went away. I do love my beard.
Are you
though.
Irish?
No, I'm Czechoslovakian. My mom has a little bit of Native American in her.
Sweet.
And then just
Czech.
regular white mutt
American.
American.
I was looking at pictures of me from the band days. Like freaking, I've only, I guess, recently just started going really gray.
Yeah, I mean, you've always been pretty salt and pepper, but not like straight up gray.
Up here though, like it was never like all of a sudden with the beard. I even have like fucking white hairs on my chest hair and my pubes. I'm sorry to say, it's happening.
It's everywhere now.
I'm a silver fox.
A lot of people are into that. Totally acceptable.
That's right.
It's distinguished, man.
Hey, if it exists, somebody's
That's
into
experience showing.
It is. It's wisdom.
I
wish I could grow a beard.
I cut a
It's too
soul
patchy.
patch. I cut a soul patch into my pubes, and I saw pictures of it on the internet. That's how I make
A
my
landing strip.
extra income.
So you can't grow a beard at all.
I can grow like
You
a
could grow like a
goatee
Johnny
thing.
Depp beard.
Yeah,
You should grow.
I
a
can
Johnny
grow a
Depp
good
head.
mustache.
You should grow a Johnny Depp beard, just like super
should.
patchy, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
I feel like
Like John Marsden.
I do that, kind of like a John Wick beard, kind of patchy. But I feel like I don't pull it off. Like I want a John Wick, and that's what I imagine.
You know,
But
like,
I know that's not what
That's
it
what
looks
you
like.
see in your head. is
so
John
the
Wick.
thing is, like, here's my experience with pulling something off. You're not going to pull it off if you don't do it. Right?
Oh yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah.
So
You just
I'm-
gotta own it. You gotta sell it, man. Freaking, if you think you're the shit, others will too.
I mean, like, cause I have a patchy beard.
Yeah.
You know, like up there.
Yeah, but it's still like connect. Like I can't connect. Like I'm missing hair here.
Oh,
So
right.
I don't connect either.
I can't do that. I could probably do the Tony Stark maybe where it like drifts off that.
And then kind
I'll
of
just have
like
a
goes
big-
this way.
Like a wide berth like that maybe. I can connect it that way.
Yeah.
Dude, there's some crazy ways people try to make their beards look full.
If I have just a mustache, I look really Hispanic.
Yeah.
Like I got
I can
that,
see that.
Hispanic mustache where it turns into like just a comb,
Oh, for sure. Me too.
just like a comb
I know you
attached to
can't.
your face.
I know you can't tell from looking at me, but if I
Well, it
grow a
always like
mustache, it makes me look
when you
pretty
go a couple weeks
Mexican.
without shaving, it looks like you'd have a good like full
Yeah, it doesn't look
like
too
beard.
Bam.
Do you not like a beard?
I'm a rugged man.
Do you not like beards or?
No, I love them actually. I think the last time I grew them was I don't think not in our band days. I think in Hex Trip I grew.
No, like I've
an
never seen you with a
actual-
beard.
no.
You've always been
Yeah.
sideburns and goatee.
I grew a full beard in my when I first moved up here in the
Mhm.
winter time. I just let it
Yeah?
all grow, and I have pictures of it too somewhere on my MySpace.
Dude, you should do that
I think.
again.
Yeah. Now I just get shit every time from like Emily and stuff to
Oh, really?
cut my shit every time it starts getting out of control. That's why I try to keep it.
So does she not really like the beard?
No, I like
Well,
it.
it's
Which
'cause-
is weird because when I met, I had the stubble. I had like the.
She was always
Wolverine
touching it, I
burrs,
bet.
Yeah.
Well, it's because there's a stages in your beard to where it looks like shit and then it looks good. It's
Yeah.
the
you
look
just
like
gotta
shit
get past
phase.
the shit part. That's all.
Yeah.
It's like growing your hair out in any sense.
Yeah.
It's always that shitty medium
I promise not.
medium part.
This picture will come up. I just have a lot of fucking pictures on my phone. I saved it. I just don't know when I did.
I fucking hate my brother because he
Look at
grows a
that.
beard
Look at that
instantly.
glorious widow's
and-
peak right there. He's fucking staring at me in the face.
Oh yeah.
Now I look like a fucking monstrosity.
Look at Abraham Lincoln's widow's
Yeah,
peak.
look at that
It's
widow's
endless.
peak. That's strong. My we had a teacher in school that had that Abraham Lincoln like hairline,
Yeah.
like this, like the classic like mobster one. This
Yeah,
is- this
where
is-
it's really receded.
Yeah, I thought about this the other day with my lineup right here in the stubble. He shaved that into his head because he liked that style.
Yeah.
So like he'd come to school with
It's like the Kevin
hairline,
Spacey.
but with stubble here because he was
Really?
shaving it. Like he was
Wow.
giving himself the receding hairline.
That makes you look
weird?
tough, honestly.
Have you
Like
seen the hairline?
if someone has it's kind of like the Bruce Willis hairline where you
Yeah.
kind of
See,
It
John,
goes-
you're like Bruce Willis and shit, where like, he rocked that shit. He didn't look right with that. Like you ever see, what's that movie, The Kid and stuff, where he's wearing a
even the
wig
first
where it brings it up. It fucking looks weird.
All right, I
the
got
first
one.
Die Hard movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, the hair, and he was
I
kind
used
of
to
looking
think I was
weird.
such a badass.
Willis.
This is I was like 14,
Oh,
15,
let's see it.
13 maybe.
Dang.
Whoa. Oh yeah.
Well, that's
Flexing my muscles.
you're like fucking Corey Taylor or some shit.
Ah shit.
Let me see that again. Oh yeah, throw it up there. My God, you look so young.
Fucking clean shaved and hair. Yeah.
That's crazy. Doesn't even look like you, man.
Curly hair, huh?
Yeah.
So, were you in denial for a little while and you were like, no, I'm just going to style it. It's going to be fine.
Well, of
Like, at
course,
which
yeah.
point did you?
I mean, because look, I was even going bald right there. Look. I was like 14, 15.
14.
And like I was already thinning.
What age were you like, all right, time to
It's like
get rid of
16.
it? Man, that was
And then
early.
I grew it out one time, I think in my 11th grade picture, which was probably like 17. I grew it out a little bit.
Yeah.
For school pictures, it was a terrible picture. I was just fucking lazy. And then I've been bald ever since. So
You got you early.
yeah, it did, man.
That was worth you looking that picture up the whole time. It was worth it.
That was pretty much worth it.
Sorry for that.
Oh,
But
that was-
I needed to show you guys
Oh,
because
for sure.
at one point in time I did have hair.
dude, you made me a fucking amazing sandwich today. You can do whatever the hell you want. You take the shit wherever you want.
All right.
Nice.
All right, then we're gonna take it. I do have a rant, but I'm not ready to rant on it and on the
You want
podcast
to
yet.
give it a little time? Are you saying later
Needs
on
to
this
fester.
episode?
No,
or
just
later
like-
episode.
Like I don't know if the world or anybody's ready for it.
No.
Is it about abortion?
You need to give
No.
you need to give this guy more beer, and then maybe.
Yeah,
we'll
what are
talk
you
about it.
scared of? What's wrong?
We're supposed to be able to talk about our feelings on the show, whatever we want.
Yeah,
We've already done a
it's
few
like a-
unethical things and said a few unethical
yeah,
things.
but
so it's fine.
this is like very very ingrained right now in our culture and what is going on. and
Maybe we can.
I don't know if it's going away.
We can hit up a couple more topics, and then we'll swing back on this and see if you're ready.
I'm interested. Well,
right?
Gun control.
Our viewers want to know.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Socialized medicine.
Did we already talked about gun control, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing much to control.
Yeah. People got guns.
You know, people got guns. I have guns. Do you have guns?
No, I don't have any guns.
Do you have
I
guns?
don't have a gun at the moment. No.
I
haven't gotten around to it. I want to buy a gun.
I have nunchucks.
It'll be fun. I actually have
2 guns right
katana.
here.
I've ever seen.
I actually
us
have
to the
a
gun
full
show,
tank
baby.
katana ready to go. It's not one of those mall ones. I bought it online and it's like really,
You have a katana?
True
is that what you
steel,
said?
yeah.
Dang.
and it's fucking sharp. So if someone comes in and they don't have a gun, I think I can beat them.
Oh, wait a
I
minute.
got that reach because
Wait a minute. I have a gun in my house. That's right.
I can stab them.
If anybody wants to come fuck me, I have a gun.
So, you know, so I was
AK.
AK. It's a JK-47.
Yeah.
JK-47.
Just kidding.
I find swinging this penis around does just as good a job as any home security system.
All right, that man is confidence. We better get the fuck out of here.
Nothing's scarier than a fucking naked man rushing you like a
No,
spider
dude.
monkey.
So
a spear.
that happened to one of my friends. So, well, not one of my friends. One of my old coworkers. They were a bunch of like 18,
not your
19-year-olds fucking like selling weed and stuff like out of their house, and like someone broke into their house, right? And this kid, he slept naked all the time, so we grabbed a machete and fucking naked chasing after the guy that was broke into his
Whoa.
house.
There's nothing more terrifying than that. I wouldn't fuck around with a naked man with a machete in his hand.
No. Like,
Just fully clothed
Guns
man
are
machete.
scary.
All right.
Yes, that's fine.
Yeah,
I would take
that's
that
fine.
any day of the week
Yeah.
over a naked man.
Yeah.
I think I would honestly want to get into a gunfight more than I would want to get into a knife fight.
I guess stabbing.
Because
would
stabbing
be
is
horrible.
just, it's up close and personal. And even if you both, like an actual fight where both of you have the same like weapon, I feel like a knife fight, both of you are dead. No matter what. Like, you're going to bleed out or get fucked up in some way, but...
Best knife
A
fight
gun.
ever is the movie Under Siege, where Steven Seagal fights Tommy Lee Jones with a knife.
I don't know, man. Like, I think they should bring back the let the boys be boys like types thing, and just like take weapons. It's like, all right, you're not gonna get in trouble for fighting. You can sell things on the playground, just no weapons.
Yeah.
You know, no weapons. You settle your business, because that's how it used to be, man. Like,
the outsider style.
you know,
Wail on each other a little bit.
on each other, and then you know, a lot of my dad told me stories like, yeah, we used to get into fights all the time, and then that guy would become my friend.
Yeah.
You know, win or lose,
That's how my dad
score
was
is settled.
described
You know,
But nowadays, it's like you punch someone, you
Even
get
when-
into a fight, they go home, they grab their gun,
Yeah.
and then they shoot your
Yeah.
ass.
Even when I was in school and stuff, that's kind of how it was. Like,
Yeah,
people
that's-
were,
yeah, me
well,
too.
like, there was like a couple, like, usually the Mexican kids too, they'd be like, oh, come back and shoot you.
Yeah.
Me and my
Yeah.
homie's gonna come fuck you up.
yeah.
Right, it was always, I'm gonna bring my gang
Yeah,
and
just
shit.
wait,
Like,
you watch.
Fuck, man.
You
I can't
watch.
fight you.
It's like, you know, like, how come it just
Just
can't
fight
be
me
settled?
yourself,
Like,
pussy.
we had a disagreement, we fought over it, you know, whatever. It's good and done. I used to get into a lot
People
of
be
fights when I was a
crazy
kid,
now.
My friend made a joke about it, just like in our school, where it's like you mess with one bean and you have to fight the whole burrito. Was the joke,
Yeah.
yeah. Whatever happened to one-on-one fighting? Pussies.
Now you just let your bullying fester
Yeah.
until the breaking point, and then you
And then
like
go
shoot all your
shoot
classmates.
everybody. What the
Yeah.
fuck is up?
I don't
with
know,
all
dude.
these
Like,
fucking
I was always like,
shootings,
yeah.
dude, Jesus Christ, it's getting out of hand.
It is getting out of hand. Well, it's because they don't let people, like, they don't let anyone express any type of emotion. Like, oh, you can't be mad at that guy. You know, you can't
Right,
punch
zero
that guy.
tolerance,
Like,
fighting.
exactly.
thing.
Like, zero tolerance on everything.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't matter
You know?
if this kid's just being constantly bullied and he's always a target for people. It's like
Yeah.
no fighting, and then
Yeah.
that's the end of it.
See, that, and I pride myself a little bit.
It's
I was
like,
like
you
the
know-
anti-bully. Like, if there was like kids getting bullied, like in my class, I'd stand up for that kid, because I was a cocky little asshole. I'd be like, all right, hey, if you got to pick on that guy, you can pick on me. And then, you know, I got into fights that way, you know?
I would have taken one look at those forearms and I've been like, I'll pass.
Pass.
I'll pass,
pass.
buddy.
Courtyard's that way, motherfucker. Let's go.
No, thank you.
But I don't know.
Our high school was on military property, so you didn't get into fights because they'd actually have like people come talk to you, and they're usually like hard ass people that are very.
You want to join the
strict.
military, son? Is this your life, son? Huh?
Right? They were either like that or like this way more. Like they'd give you a stern talking to and like hit you with all this logic and shit about how you're gonna fuck your life up, and it's being told to you by this 60-year-old former sergeant major dude.
That's like
who's scary
logic
as
that
fuck.
takes if you were better in your life, you wouldn't be counseling a 14-year-old motherfucker.
Yeah.
What decisions have you made to get yourself here?
Yeah.
And how do I avoid
A
them?
lot of them seem to fucking hate kids.
Fighting.
Yeah, a lot of them seem to fucking hate kids.
No, I got in a lot of trouble as a kid, and I think I turned out just fine.
No.
You know,
Better person for it, probably.
you know. Sometimes
Yeah.
I think you need to let people make mistakes. So
Yeah.
like you
true.
just can't coddle everybody and expect them to find their own path in life. You have to let these young generations like make mistakes and figure out their own path on their own, because no matter how much you're coddled or told like this is how you do things, they're not going to figure it out until they find out on their own.
It's all lessons, right? Like I can still go back to like,
Dude, you got to be thrown in the slammer every now and again.
I can go back and like think about times I've gotten in trouble, and that shit sticks. Like it sticks with you for a while.
Yeah.
I can go back and remember exactly the way I felt. I used to get a thing called hot ears when I used to get in trouble, where my ears would get all fucking hot or something. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I just think
Blood
people
rushes to your
nowadays
face.
with social media and stuff, it always goes back to the internet and social media, but like people get so discouraged these days after like one failure, or like I wasn't super good at something when I was 16 years old, like this master artist right here that I follow all the time. So I must not be just an artist, you know.
It's because we're living in a group of entitled.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, I went to
Like
college.
you shouldn't be so discouraged.
I went to
immediately.
college,
Like,
so
it takes a long time.
I'm entitled to this good paying job.
I don't know how
Yeah, and
much
that's
of
not
it-
true at all.
I don't know
Where
how much of it is nurture and nature either, about how, because I feel like I inherited my dad's sense of morality. I think I got a good gauge on
Good
right and
handle on
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
without being,
You know, I think it's a little bit of both, but as one of my favorite comedies once said, nature's versus nurture. Nature always wins.
Yes. Because life finds a way.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's tough, man.
complicated.
It is.
It's a complicated topic. It really is.
Well, other than that, and like everyone has their own opinions on how they're supposed to be
Yeah, some people.
adults, you know? Like what is an adult to one person is not an adult to another person.
That's true.
You know, we're like, you know, like you said, we're living in a weird time of social media. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone gets to post the news. Everyone gets to, you know, post whatever the fuck they want without any ramification, which is fine, freedom of speech and all that. But they also don't know.
It makes you think like some things are the norm when really they're not the norm at all.
Yeah, well,
they're just like the most sensationalist, so they get shared the most.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning and I was just scrolling through my newsfeed, and I read an article on there is like a big movement right now with fake vacations. People on social media posting fake vacations, photoshopping it, and
Oh yeah, just
like what a problem
for those likes, man.
problem that is, yeah, and just kind of faking it. Look at me, I'm like in London and stuff. It's just like what is, I guess, for likes. Like what's making you lie to such a
the shit is
extent?
addicting. Well, that and it's like if like you could get sponsorships through Instagram.
Yeah.
shout outs
and
you get paid
money
for.
and
Yeah, there's money in it too, so it like attracts anybody who wants to be socially accepted or just wants the money. Like it just
Or trying
breeds that
something
kind of thing, you know.
I'm gonna try it out.
You can also just sell your account for however much
Can
money.
you really?
Yeah.
Dang.
If you have like, and you can just change it up too. Like let's say some this happened to one of the accounts I followed. It was just drunk people doing things, and it was like a comedy channel of drunk people. And it got bought out by someone. It had like 100,000 followers.
Dang.
Got bought out by someone, turned into like this advertising.
That's what I'm saying.
Bullshit.
How do you monetize it? Like I guess, like with a lot of these influencers.
There's a lot of like shop now links that you can push, and now on Instagram you can actually put out an ad that
okay.
actually has shop now button while you're looking at the photo, so it's like embedded, like an embedded code where you can just buy something from Instagram.
Well, plus like let's just say you're always hiking, right? Yeah. But all your pictures have this one hiking backpack. You're gonna get that gear for free. Yeah, you know, it's a commercial for them. It's free advertisement. So you're gonna get, you know, these sponsors like, hey, we'll give you this if you want to take your pictures, you know, with our gear and this and that. So you get free stuff plus like the shop now options and stuff, this and that.
Yeah, there's a lot of money in there.
Dude, how the fuck do I start making money
I'm gonna start posting
like
my pictures,
like this stuff? Like, you know, how do we make more money? Like,
one of the biggest things is you have to constantly be posting. If you're not constantly, like every hour of the day, then the algorithm just kicks you out.
And that's a big problem for me because I don't post like once or twice a year anymore because I've totally
tired, man.
I hate social media.
Yeah, and it's like I want to
it.
enjoy this. I don't want to be sitting there like thinking of some fancy, funny thing to say on my title and stuff while I'm taking a vacation.
See, that's why I like
as much as I want
Instagram.
to.
So for me, Instagram was the anti-Facebook to where like this is where I'm going to post to where people could actually see my post and what I'm actually doing. Because Facebook got so meme and like
just ads
and all this like
political shit
and like the quotes are fucking every other post, right? Like, you know, it's like I'm not actually seeing anyone's page. Like, so for me, Instagram was like, okay, this is where I'm actually going to see what my friends are doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy. I don't know. Social media, man. Like, I was always one of those, like, I was taught to kind of like, and I've always taken this to heart. Like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything, right? And it wasn't like one of those, oh, if you don't have anything nice to say. It was like, you know, don't be an asshole. If you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say it. Yeah. You know, but if you have something to say, say it and like mean what you say. So like usually like if I'm at work or social places, like I usually don't have like too much to say because either for one, I don't like you and I don't have anything nice to say, or, you know, like I don't have anything meaningful to bring to the conversation, you know? So I'm like typically a pretty quiet person.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, so like the social media, if I don't have anything like to say, like it or nice to say, I'm just not going to say it. So unless it's like something like awesome that like, you know, I'm having a great day today. Like me and my wife, we're sitting in the sun. Seattle never gets sun. You know, I'm probably not going to post anything because I either one, don't have anything nice to say, or it's not like too meaningful, you know, or like, if that makes any sense at all.
It does.
Yeah, and I'm amazed by some of the things that people post that's like the most menial shit, but it gets so many likes. And it's like, I never would have thought of posting a picture of that because that's just how a normal person acts. But when you post it on social media, it's like, oh my God, you're so like me, man.
No,
it's like I'm eating
weird,
food, or I'm like, I'm at the beach or something. Like, how about you just enjoy your time?
Right,
while you're there, or like Disneyland where you have like a picture of something for every ride you went on.
That's true.
Like are you even spending any time with the people you're with?
Doesn't it take away from your enjoyment of what you're doing if you're just like viewing it through the lens of a camera the whole time?
I think so. That's why I'm never on, man. Like I of course I will take a picture, like I will take selfies with stuff I'm doing for like my own personal keepsake. Ever rarely do I post those for the world to see. Like these are my personal, so I could look back and be like, yeah, we were having a great time. And then it just brings back like Disneyland when since you brought it up, like last year or the year before when me and my wife went, like, yeah, I had pictures of Disneyland and like what we were doing, but it's just like, put your fucking phone down every now and again. Like put the fucking phone down.
Yeah. You paid to be here. Enjoy it. Yes.
Right. Cause it should be for you and having that experience for you, and like you go to places to change yourself, you know, especially when it's out of the country or like a national treasure, some kind of natural wonder or something. Like you go there to experience it, not to get followers.
It's true.
Because you're made to experience that. You're a human being.
Unless that's your business, and then you just go there and get followers and like.
Yeah, I guess if you make money off of that.
Just the way it is.
I don't know, man.
We were
if it's your job, I guess.
We went to some island. I forget which island we went to. But we were driving, you know, just like on the coastal section. Had the kids with us and everything. And on the side of the road, we saw a deer that was like up on 2 legs, and it was like reaching, trying to get like food and stuff, or like driving past it. Yeah. And fucking everybody in the car immediately grabbed their phones and just like stuck their hands out the window, like to record it. I always remember that time, like how weird. Even I did it, and like we're all here experiencing this moment.
I gotta tell someone
recording
about
this so we can post it later. So weird.
Yeah. Do you feel inclined to do that now?
It wasn't always like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know when things changed. I guess with the invention of these social media
extension,
sites,
the extension of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say we're already augmented humans.
Yeah. There was a joke.
Literally everyone walks around with one of these, even though it's not physically attached to us.
Yeah.
We're already augmented humans.
For sure.
Augmented by technology, because you could just talk to anybody.
This one comedian has
At
a
any
joke.
time.
If you were to go to somebody's house, like back in the day, before all this shit, you were going to go to somebody's house and they had a photo album, and inside the photo album is nothing but pictures of meals they've eaten. You'd think this person was a fucking psychopath. Like,
Yeah.
why is it acceptable now to be posting the things you're eating?
Right.
Well, no, I think it's because back then with the photo albums, you only saved the meaningful photos.
That's true.
Maybe you did take pictures of your barbecue, but did it mean enough to you to put in a photo album?
That's something for you, I would think.
You know, was it meaningful enough to put in that photo album? And that's the thing. Those photo albums, they were put together to bring back your memories of what meant the most to
you. And
you
it was
through these
personal
pictures
for you to go back and look at.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true.
You know, so if like your whole world is food, like maybe you would have a whole photo album full of food.
I was so
If you were a
proud
chef.
of my dinner yesterday that I would probably put a picture of that meal in a photo album.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I always forget to
Gavin
just
makes
take
some pretty good
pictures,
shit.
especially when I'm having fun. Like what you just said, you would take a picture, but you were enjoying it so much that you didn't take a picture of it.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
So
man.
it's like I can't take myself out of that to.
I mean,
take a
there's
picture.
definitely ups and downs. Like I definitely like having, and like I have thousands and thousands and thousands of photos on here.
Yeah, but when you.
But they're all for me, and I look at them.
Yeah.
You know, like this is my photo album.
Yeah. My shit's all jam packed.
You know,
not all these are posted on.
No, I probably have 0.02% posted on my phone.
When you upgrade your phone, do you transfer the photos?
Well, I have cloud backups and backups.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get a new phone here soon, I think.
Yeah, are you gonna stick with the apples?
Probably.
Mm.
I'm not gonna go to the new one though. I'm not gonna get an X-Rix. I'll probably just go like a 7 or something.
I think I have the 8,
Yeah.
and
The 8's good. Isn't that one waterproof
I don't know.
or water resistant?
So I at first I didn't really care for the iPhone too much. Well, not really care, but it was just I was always an Android person, and then
Me too.
and then I fucking got myself stuck into the Apple brand because I bought an iWatch.
Oh.
So now I'm
Now
stuck.
you have to be there.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want to be a part of them, because everything about their business model is like, you got one Apple product, you got to get them all.
Right.
Well, the thing
You
is,
got to
though,
get more.
I loved like when
You
I
wanna
had
enjoy
my
it?
my iMac. I loved that fucking computer. I still have it. I'm afraid the display's in it, and like there's so much good shit. I love that computer. For me, it was like super easy to like clean up, super easy to fucking do anything I needed to do with it. Because I was always just like recording music. Like it never had like this Windows shit to where there's like 30,000 background apps always running in the back. You know, it was just super easy to like focus on what, like I could pretty much choose what processes I wanted the Mac to run, and it would run great.
Yeah.
With PCs, I always feel like fucking there's all these processes that don't even need to be used, always just running.
Yeah.
You know, just clogging up. Like I went through an extensive cleanup on this computer a few days ago, and it's running better. It's like it's at 35% CPU, and like I think last week it was at like 60% CPU. So cleared up 30% of my CPU just by cleaning it up. But I fucking like the Mac, I never had that type of problem.
I tend to
definitely has a more pickup and use ability.
Yeah.
I tend to add like a lot of shit to my computer and stuff, so I tend to go more for PCs and stuff.
Yeah. Well, like,
And I game, so
Yeah.
well, yeah,
You can't
it's like,
game
what
on
are you using it
Mac.
for? Are you using it like strictly for recording and audio and
Yeah.
video editing? Then you probably should get a Mac.
Yeah, Apple's
Yeah.
I think they got great products. I have not been. This isn't
Yeah.
the first.
they have
iPhone
good
I've ever
business
gotten.
machines for sure.
Yeah.
Like if you're just using Premiere, like it's an editing machine, then
Like-
yeah, you should get like a Mac Pro or
like
something.
Pro
You can-
Logic is great editing. The only thing I fucking don't like about my Mac is they are fucking expensive.
Yeah, that's the thing about them.
Fucking expensive. Like, who can afford a fucking $1,000 fucking monitor stand?
Yeah, they just announced the new Mac. I think it's like $6,000. The stand alone for the monitor is $1,000.
And granted, you can get it like in any kind of specs you want, but the monitor itself can go up to like 15 grand, 20 grand, because it's pretty cool, but they allow you to have like 128 gig of RAM on there, and they'll just slap that on it for you for like $15,000, and you can have like whatever machine you need, and that's pretty cool. But that $1,000 monitor stand, that better be a kick-ass monitor
For
stand.
sure.
Yeah. Well,
It's almost certainly made for just like
Better,
businesses who don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
a
yeah.
film, like
Yeah.
a film studio is just
Yeah.
like, I guess.
Well, because I've been thinking
It's
about
part of the
upgrading
budget,
this
so.
podcast. And it's like, man, do I go PC and just build one, or do I just like buy a $2,000 Mac? It's hard.
It's
Yeah.
hard. Hard choice. Hard choice.
But Mac is all about the right out of the box usability. So
Yeah.
if you don't want to like spend the time
It's all about
to
ease of
like
use, man.
set it up and stuff,
Well, I just feel like,
Mac's the way to go.
like, I'm not gonna use this computer for anything other than audio and video editing.
Yeah.
So it's like, and that's what Mac is good for, is those type of things.
We're actually in that conundrum right now. We're in the market for. I think we want to both get a laptop, but we want to go in together. Me and my girlfriend. She's going back to school, and then
Is she?
also
Why's that?
she's going to be a fucking detective. Actually, she's like,
Whoa.
we're going to detective school.
All right.
Yeah, just to be like a private PI. Like, she's always been interested in that shit. Like, she's really good about research and stuff and finding out about people. Like, what
Did she ever record me?
Not that I know of, but I'm sure there's recordings of all of us somewhere. I'm sure. But
Remind me never to go to your house again. Thank
she's
you.
always been interested in it, so she signed up.
Right,
She
Big
got
Brother's
in.
watching.
It's gonna be like
Big sister.
Yeah, big sister. It's gonna be a class. She listens to this podcast.
Oh, does she really?
Oh, does she? Hi, Emily. Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
Love ya.
Don't research me, babe. But yeah, so
If you want, you can research me. My dad was adopted twice. Welsh, Zubek. There we go.
check that
Oh,
out.
Welsh. Huh?
I'm
That's
actually-
another John Man genealogy.
So we want to get some for her schooling, and then I'm working on a children's book right now. Show you guys a
I
picture.
think both Mac.
Yeah, I'm trying to
honestly.
find something good for Colleen.
I hate to say it, but those Mac laptops, they
They're
be
good,
good.
man. The thing is, they
Here's the
age
first
very
page
well,
right
man.
here. Like, I'm trying to do something like it looks like go for that old timey art style.
Yeah,
But
I like it.
I want to find something where I can I don't know, like a good coloring
that's
program.
cool.
Something like I want to get like
Mac.
a digital pen and everything.
Mac.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah.
You should definitely. You can get them pretty cheap, like $60. Those drawing pads.
Yes, I want one of those.
Well, the thing
Like,
is,
they're
then
really
you
good.
could transfer them to Photoshop,
Yeah.
and then you could like doodle on your iPad or your iPad Pro, and then you could transfer it to your Photoshop.
Yeah.
Doodle on my doodler.
So are you
Those
just using
Apple
yours just for
pens are
doodles?
really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe you should just get an iPad Pro, and she should get an iMac, because you could use your iPad Pro and then
You can buy the pencil.
buy the pencil
Yes.
and do all that stuff, and then you could just transfer all that to Photoshop and
That'd be
clean it
tight.
up.
My friend Matt does a lot of digital art, so he sent me a bunch of programs to look into. I'm gonna do some research on it.
Nice. Anything with a pen, with like those pressure sensing pens, they're
Yeah.
just a fucking game changer.
Fuck yeah.
You can do
Max
things
and
that
Dad,
you
the
could
best one,
never
though.
do
Yeah.
on a mouse or like in pencil, and for sure not on a mouse, because obviously a mouse is fucking stupid
Yeah.
when it comes to drawing stuff. But you can set like smoothing and
It's
all
hard.
that.
That's how
It's
I
really
did that
cool.
photo, man. It's fucking hard to do with the mouse.
Oh, you did that with a mouse?
It takes some technical know-how for sure. Like you got to set up the the strokes and stuff, like how much you want to smooth and all that shit.
Yeah, you definitely
I
need
feel
that
like
pen.
that would be. Yeah, I feel like I could do a lot better of a job with the pen.
Yeah. Plus coloring too.
Mhm.
Like, have you ever tried to mix paint?
Yeah, it's hard.
It's fucking hard.
It's difficult. I hate it.
It's all right.
I hate coloring.
It's hardwood floors, man. It's all good.
That's why I'm doing it in black and white, because I fucking hate coloring. I hate getting the color.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna show you one of my friend's Instagrams. He does a lot of the just the coloring on the iPad Pro or whatever.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, you should get that iPad.
I want it. I
It's
think
a
I'll
good
get
one.
it. I'm gonna go for it.
I would recommend the Surface, but it's so goddamn expensive.
We got
And I don't understand why.
we got the Best Buy card. We're gonna pay it off over time. So I
Nice.
want to make sure we get something legit.
Yeah. Oh, I told you guys earlier, but when I was buying the Stream Deck, I went to Best Buy, bought it, and after I left the store and got in the car, I looked at my receipt thinking, okay, it was the usual $120 or whatever it was, $120. I look at the receipt, $23.
Was that?
They
So this
scanned some different barcode.
So that's him like coloring on that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like so he'll
Oh,
take
the
like
splatter
pictures and
effect,
like
yeah.
he'll like color and do. Sorry, keep going, John.
Was there a sale or was this a legitimate mistake?
It was a legitimate mistake.
I believe. I
He
believe
was
we
even
talked
saying like, "Oh, which barcode is this?" Because there's like 4 barcodes on the box there.
Oh,
And he was like,
funny.
"Oh, which one is it?" So he was like, "I think it's this one." And then he like covers the rest of them and scans it. And I wasn't even looking at the price because I was like just
like
focusing on the keypad.
You saw it on the way home.
Yeah, and I slid the card in it, and I just went back to my car and I looked at the receipt and it was like some Japanese like product on the receipt and it said $23 and I was like,
We literally
oh shit.
had a conversation about this on the podcast.
Yeah. And what did I say? That I would leave it alone.
Yeah, leave it alone. I believe we cut it out so the viewers didn't hear it, right? It never made it to air.
Yep.
We got a
Yeah.
huge fight over this, but
Yep.
yeah, you let it go. That's good.
When it's a big business, I
When it's a
mean,
big
like,
business,
come on.
who does it hurt? For sure.
Yeah.
They're going to notice like in
I
6
don't-
months.
I don't think in that case they charge this guy for that. I don't.
No,
think-
absolutely
yeah.
not.
I am.
That's probably a victimless crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Like, oh man, I fucked over this billion-dollar company,
Yeah.
man.
I am curious about the
Sorry.
Stream Deck though. I am. My only concern is it is not going to talk back to like the audio programs that I'm running. Does that make sense? So we'll be able to use it in an OBS sense, but we won't be able to do like sound clips because it will not talk to my audio equipment. So yeah, so like if this was something that you were doing at your house and you were recording through a Blue Yeti through a computer program and
Just by USB. Yeah.
it would work a lot better. But we could still use this for like OBS, like switching scenes and stuff if you wanted to do that. But it will not talk to audio program. Like it won't talk to my setup. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Well, I haven't actually seen it. So
Thanos.
You'll have to like download some stuff. I haven't plugged it in.
oh, I was just seeing if it had any audio cords.
No, unfortunately. It's all USB based,
Yeah.
but
So all my stuff is not USB based at all. It's all analog getting processed through a digital. All the analog signals getting processed digitally into a USB.
it won't be able to, what you're saying is it won't be able to like mute people, but what we could use it for is like visual effects.
Yes.
If we ever
without
get like
sound.
a second camera,
Yes. Yeah.
we could like switch it over to the camera.
Exactly. So we would be able to use it in OBS, like so we'd be able to like all the scenes and all that stuff, which would be awesome
Yeah.
once we get more cameras and all that stuff. But it won't be able to, like we wouldn't be able to use it for a soundboard.
Sorry.
Salute.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Just because I'm running everything so analog.
Yeah. And I think it can do some, it does do sound effects from like OBS, but I don't know how you would do that. Like add a source of like
I think you would
some
have to add a
sound
source,
bite.
but it would only be in the OBS. It wouldn't be in our podcast recording.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, so the video would get it. So I'm pretty sure we could add a source and then add this as an audio file.
Yeah.
And then, so it wouldn't play through yeah.
So we should find like some visual things.
So I think like maybe like our next podcast or a podcast after that, we should take like an hour before, you know, and like play with it a little bit.
How much was that HD camera, do you think?
It was $80.
80?
Right?
Yeah.
It's the C9012 something.
Yeah, C29 or something.
Yeah, I was thinking about buying that. There's two versions. One of them's like $90, the other one's like $110.
Yeah, I think I'll get one too. Maybe we can. I think probably different angles probably up our quality a little bit.
Yeah, like a zoomed in shot.
Yeah, that way we could
like a wide shot and then.
Can
we do it on the fly though while we're recording here? Like
yeah, absolutely. So I did have this set up.
Surprisingly well.
Yeah, we could use this, or like we'd be able to, like if John was just talking, we could press the John button and it would just focus on John.
That's cool. That's the next step, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, it works super well. It reads all the apps that you have downloaded on there that is like an OBS style thing.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of different ones that I've never even heard of too, but OBS obviously is like the main one. So they have that one, and you can actually, it'll read like the scenes that you have there and like the sources. It will actually show you that in its program.
Oh yeah.
And then you can choose like when I push the button to open and close it, or like basically press the I button so you can see it or not.
Yeah. So I do have, like I'll share this with the audience as well. I have a really cool idea for a video intro for us.
Yeah.
And maybe the audience can give us a little bit of input. So I'm thinking like old school, like, like the 5, click 4, 3. So every single time, like I'm going to use my hands a little bit so I don't want to knock over my beer. So every time like the 5, and then every single time like it switches over, right? A picture of one of us gets big, and then it only like it gets a little bit bigger in the middle, and all of a sudden like a Tyler Durden style whole flash of us, and then 4 a little bit, you kind of see it right here, and then 4, and then it clicks over, a flash of us.
That'd be cool.
And then
that sounds cool. Do you have the editing tools?
No.
Lightworks. That one's free. Yeah. It's like a red shark is the icon. Lightworks.
And then with like the sound effects, and then it would go into like maybe like our regular intro, like the one I'm working on right now for audio purposes. So kind of like a cool idea. And you think that'd be kind of cool? Like
for sure.
Yeah, I'm totally down with it. We definitely need a visual intro too.
Yeah.
I think that would be good.
If we're gonna keep doing these YouTube things, probably have a nice little intro in there.
Intro.
I think so.
I'll be back.
All right.
Here, I'll tell a silly story here about what happened to me yesterday. Hey,
yeah. Get you in that. What happened to you yesterday? This silly story of yours.
This is pretty silly. It's you can file this one on something that's probably only interesting to me, but we'll see how it goes over with our crowd here. I was speaking of Instagram, I have like a little chat room with a couple friends from California. Somebody brought up the band Orgy from the 90s. Remember Orgy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Monday? Yeah.
How does it feel to treat me like you do? Yep, remember that.
Right, so there's like a running joke. I don't know if you've ever seen that Trey Parker, Matt Stone movie, Orgasmo. I have not. There's a character in that always says like, his like big shtick is always like, hey, I don't want to sound like a queer or nothing, but I think like Depeche Mode kicks ass, right? So like that's always like a running joke and stuff, and we talk about it. And I think one of my friends said like, I don't want to sound like a queer or nothing, but I love the movie, or I love the band Orgy and stuff, and like people were going off about Orgy. And then like I came into the conversation late, so I'm like catching up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, like I like Orgy, so I was like, man, I was like trying to think of a funny thing to say, so I was like, I thought of in my head, I was gonna say, if liking Orgy is gay, then consider me 2002 gay porn star of the year. And then I was like, I should find out who the porn star of the year was for 2002. So fucking yesterday, I found myself Googling gay porn stars. And in the middle of it, I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
All for a joke.
Right? All for a joke.
The extents we go to.
All for the likes.
All for the likes, right? Oh, that's awesome, man. No, I'll do that. Like I'll
Dean
do that,
Phoenix, by the way,
Dean Phoenix
was 2002 gay porn star of the year.
That's awesome. Gay Phoenix or Gabe?
Dean Phoenix.
Shout out to you, Dean.
Wherever you are, you gay porn star of the year, you.
2002 was a great year.
Was he a catcher or pitcher?
Oh, I didn't go that far.
What was his specialty? Was he like the giver?
He was probably a power top.
This is how far I went.
Right.
Here.
Power bottom.
Not only did I send that
Look at the ass on that guy.
Where is it? I still have it. Not only did I send a text, but I also got a picture that I have on my phone. This is
Someday remember him by.
Oh my god.
Did you almost do this guy? I didn't hear the whole
You
story.
missed that whole story.
Wow.
Quite the handsome looking
Yeah.
man.
It's just a story on how far I'll go for comedy, I guess.
That's a beefcake right there. That's a slab of beef.
Oh yeah. That's awesome.
That's a snack.
Have you ever gone too far for a joke, do you think? Anybody?
All the time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Have you ever like embarrassed yourself in order to make someone laugh? Really?
Not
So-
to.
Have you ever searched up gay porn stars to make your friends laugh? No, anyone?
No, you know.
I don't think that particular thing. No.
Did you
I mean,
just me? Okay.
I've gone far.
Just me now. Yeah.
So it's the other last
neither.
week, like
Me
2
neither.
weeks
I never
ago.
have
No, last week I was painting my Jeep, right, and I had like black paint all over my hands, right.
Uh-huh.
And this was a bad joke, but I said it anyway. So I had black paint all over my hands, and one of my friends was like, "What were you doing? Like, why do you have black paint all over your hands?" It's like, "Oh, I'm doing the reverse blackface. Instead of blackface, I'm painting my hands." Yeah,
Photo negative blackout.
Yeah, I didn't get a very good reaction.
Yeah.
He was not pleased.
No.
Lucky for you, that's just my humor. So.
I'm surprised it didn't go cricket.
That's not funny.
Yeah, it's not funny.
I'm
John.
sorry. That's not. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna post the video on this. That way, no one knows who actually said that.
Yes, that could have been anyone.
It could have
of
been
us.
any one of us. No, it's like I'm I'll get like the dirty joke every now and
Yeah.
again. You know.
By the
I'll go
way-
far for comedy. Like I would say like I'm more of a witty. Like all of a sudden something just came out and like, oh, I can't believe you just said that.
Yeah, yeah. I will.
I do that a lot for like unethical things because I have a habit of saying like, "Oh, just fucking," like if someone asks me advice, I'll just, as a joke, say, "Oh, just steal it,"
Yeah.
or something along those lines, and people take me seriously. They're like, "What? Why would you do that, John? That's horrible."
Why would you go that far?
My teammate was like, "Man, this dog's fucking barking outside. It just barks all day long," and I'm like, "Oh, go to Walmart, get a fucking dog hearing like sonic device that starts beeping when their dog barks."
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was like, "You're fucking crazy, man." I was like, "What?
Too far, John. Too far. You're always
Like, you
taking.
can't
things too
do that."
far.
And everyone was trying to be all high and mighty, like, "You should go to knock on his door and ask him politely to stop." And I'm like, does anyone actually fucking do that? I don't believe that. I feel like people want to say that they would ask politely and do like the right thing if they're seriously asked, but in reality, most of the time they're going to do the easiest thing. And that is buy a fucking device that will make the dog stop.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. See,
You know?
these are the real questions. You know what we talked about last
and I
time we
just-
were here? Talked
What?
about how to mow lawns. That was our big topic of conversation in the last episode.
You need me for the controversy, I see.
Mm-hmm. You bring in the real shit.
I'm the wild card.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a Slytherin.
Mm-hmm.
People ask me, what are you? If I'm not a Ravenclaw, I'm a Slytherin because I'm like a Ravenclaw, but I'll do whatever it takes, man.
I'm probably a fucking Hufflepuff or something.
You're just a stoner, yeah. Those are the stoners of the wizarding world. What do you think, John, man? Since he's out of the room,
Oh, he's
What is he?
definitely John's.
he's a
I don't know.
Gryffindor. I
Yeah,
think.
he's a Gryffindor.
Because he just
so.
perseveres through
Yeah.
things. He's brave.
He's
Yeah.
brave.
He puts together this whole podcast
That's
for
right.
us, really. Like, if he wasn't there, I don't think shit would get done. Because
He
I'm lazy
actually-
and you have a huge family.
Right. He does actually have a scar, lightning bolt, on his
Yeah.
left ass cheek.
That was when the Dark Lord tried to, like, zap him in the
Yes.
ass.
Yes. I do actually. I was telling Emily about this. I think I want that to be my next tattoo. Not the bolt, but
Something on your ass?
yeah, something on my ass. No, I wanted to get one of those for her, like one of those Harry Potter spells. But for me, I want it to be. But I was like trying to see if they have like any kind of calming spell or something, like something like
Some kind of what spell?
like a calming spell or something, something just that means something good. But like in the Harry Potter thing, and I want to like get like a line down like that, almost like in typewriter typeface like that.
Yeah, kind of like elvish scripture.
Yes, but I couldn't
Like
find
Latin.
I couldn't find a cool spell that.
Most of them are pretty violent.
Yes. I want something
Yeah.
that means.
Most of J.K. Rowling's
I want
spells
something
are
that means
really
like
violent.
soothing, like a soothing spell, I guess.
The closest one to it would be that freezing spell that they do on Neville. What is
What is it called?
what do
Does
they
it sound
say?
cool?
Something Petrificus totalis,
Ooh,
which is like petrified totally.
I'm gonna get Petrificus on my penis.
And then when you take off your pants, you go Petrificus totalis.
totalis.
And then
She would love that. I'm gonna save that for our anniversary next year.
get it right on the shaft. Like take a Viagra, get it on there real quick. Is that how you do it? When you get a dick
Wingardium
tattoo?
Leviosa.
Raised my child.
Raised.
Sorry, it takes a little while sometimes. Hold on. I'm not saying it right.
Let's say that.
Where's the?
This never happens to me.
Yeah, I swear, I always do it right the first time. But you're just so pretty. I'm nervous.
Speaking of tattoos, so I think my next tattoo, I'm gonna get a lily right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how
Lily
big,
Potter?
like a lily the flower.
No. Yeah.
Beatrix Lestrange.
And then it's gonna go purple to pink because it's
that's
Mary's
nice.
favorite flower with her two favorite colors. So
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Isn't that like the best place to get it right there?
I have no idea where the best or worst place to get a tattoo is. They all hurt. Assuming on right there would probably be like for me the worst because that's really sensitive.
I think that's supposed to be the most painful. It's right there.
That or like the ribs up here.
Ribs.
Oh, I'm so bony that I think I would pass out from the pain.
I will say
I don't know.
this little one hurt more than this big one did.
Yeah.
I think
Really?
Some to that wrist part. That's kind of sensitive.
I have no discerning marks.
Not yet. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, maybe one day.
If I got picked up, I'd just be some generic white guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
the
what I
best way,
want.
so they
Because
can't
I'm a
They can't
spy.
discern you.
I'm a Soviet spy. Do I look good?
Oh,
Do I
yeah.
look hot?
Maybe,
Always.
maybe one day for a future episode, we'll invite an artist in here, and we can each get a sandwich somewhere in our bodies.
Dude, I wish
Dude,
we
I'd do
could
that, man.
Yeah, right.
bring
I'd get the
in-
sandwich.
And we would be potting while he does it. So
Yeah.
yeah. Just be like, bzzz, and somebody would be like, oh, we'd be talking. Just like, it'd be a hilarious.
Yeah,
episode.
because I got like one of my old band tattoos right. I never got an arrows tattoo.
No, I've always wanted to.
Yeah,
Because
I
it's still
should.
like, yeah,
That's a big part
it's
of my
still a
life.
big part of the life. I would get one, an arrow
Yeah.
tattoo still.
Maybe I'll get arrows right here.
Mm-hmm.
Most
Very
painful
cool.
part
Most
of my
painful
life.
Part of my life.
It hurts so good.
It's a good idea. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, you should.
That's where I'm gonna put arrows right there. Because I got the HXR.
Mm-hmm.
But go behind the scenes, tell them to put like a sandwich right there.
Oh well, no,
when- by
a sandwich
the
will
end
be
of
a
it,
better
you'd be
part of
like,
my
oh,
arm.
yeah.
Yes,
The sandwich hasn't been that painful
it'll
yet.
be more prominent. Sandwich is actually enjoyable.
What sandwich would you get tattooed on you?
Oh, that's a
What
good
kind?
question. I would probably get some sort of maybe like a melts sandwich.
Like a panini.
I've been really
Some
into
hot-
melts lately.
Melts are good, man.
Yeah.
I like the hot sandwiches
Yeah.
more than the cold. I'll hit up Jersey Mike sometimes, but those Panera paninis.
Dude, you know what's a good, if you can pull it off good, is a good tuna melt.
Yes, tuna melts are really good.
Yeah, it was like
Not
really
all about the tuna.
nice cheesiness, a little bit of creaminess in there. Like maybe make it like a little cream sauce with it, and then
Ooh, I'm also a sucker for a good Philly too. Philly cheesesteak.
Ooh, yeah. Anything with beef.
Yeah,
or anything with spam.
I would say yeah.
Maximum cheese.
I'm definitely more hot sandwich than cold sandwich. Yeah, for sure.
What else happened this week?
Oh, shit, so much has happened. Let me see.
Damn, that's a good picture, man. I'm gonna fucking.
You should
That's your new
use that as
profile
one of your
picture?
posts.
So we're at almost 2 hours. What do we want to talk about for the rest?
Ooh, that is a good one.
Nice. You look pro.
Maybe without the flash.
Working
Super
it.
sexy.
Actually, we should all take that picture, and then that could be like our background. Like put all three. That way it could
Ooh,
be like.
yeah.
So let's do that.
What's that one photo of the guy that has the apple in front of his face?
God damn it! Take the fucking.
But instead of an apple, it'd be a microphone. Screen cap this. I look cute.
All right, Eric, I'm gonna send that to you so you could Photoshop like a good one of those ones.
All right, I need to wait at least 2 or 3 weeks before I can take my picture.
Oh,
This
'cause
fucking-
your
this
haircut,
hairline is
yeah.
fucking throwing me out. Maybe I'll Photoshop my widow's peak back on.
Yeah, just get like a black pen.
Avery, you fucker.
Fuck you, Avery.
What
Just
hour are we
kidding,
at?
Avery, I'm sorry.
We're at 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
I heard you guys did 4 hours, just
We
the
did.
two of you.
Yeah.
What were you guys talking about?
Lawn care.
Long
Nice. Nice.
I am getting one of those.
No
fucking
wonder it was
rolls.
so
you?
long.
I promise. You.
They had one.
I haven't ordered him yet, but I'm
I
gonna
saw
get
one on Facebook for $85.
Did you really? Shit, I gotta get one.
Yeah. Lawn care, man.
You know what kind of do is the Alice in Wonderland, the checkerboard. I'm gonna try to do the
yeah.
checkerboard in the lawn. My
Yeah.
God, that'd be fucking amazing.
Oh, wait, hold on. Are you talking about the lawnmower itself or the press?
The press.
Oh, okay.
Talking
Yeah.
about the press.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
To press the grass.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
okay.
Get
Yeah.
the perfect
There's
lines
a
in there.
A grass presser?
Yeah.
Oh, why don't you?
Oh, so now I
re-explain
understand now
Re-explain it.
why you talked for so long about this. This is interesting.
Nobody
Alright.
got that far into our podcast last time because we did 4 hours. So why don't you re-explain
Yeah.
it now? It's like for the first time.
All right. So, you know, have you ever seen like baseball fields?
Yeah.
Like how they have the perfect lines and like the different contrasting in colors. A lot of people think that they use two different kinds of grass.
Mhm.
They don't. So it's all about how the sun and light is refracting and reflecting off of the grass.
Okay.
So in order to get that, there is this.
They push it to one
Yeah, pull
side and push the other side to the other side.
I brought the topic up as saying that I like the line, so I try to reproduce it at home. And what I do is I cut each line at a different length. So I go over one like at a 2, and then I go over the other side like at a 3. Just like
Oh.
2 different lengths. It makes the lines more prominent. But he was telling me that that's not the way they do it. They use this fucking tool.
They
over
press
here.
it.
What is it called again?
I believe it was a
Yeah, roller.
roller of some type. Although I'm pretty sure if you Google grass roller, you'll probably pull up something different.
Some raw joint
Yes.
roller.
Yeah. You'll probably pull up a picture of some Rastafarian.
That wacky tobacco roller.
So internet apparently.
Oh, that's cool.
Costway. Hey,
So we're
it's
at
just me.
2. You guys want to do like another hour
Yeah.
or 2? Last time John May had to kick me out. I was just like, I just wanted to keep talking.
Let's do a solid like 2:30. That's
Okay.
like the sweet spot for most podcasts.
Okay.
Unless we have more to talk about.
We'll see where it goes.
So this roller is just a weighted tube.
Yes.
You
Yes.
just push it.
So I guess it's just pushing the grass from one side to the other.
So it
You're
pushes
just matting
one,
it down.
And that way.
and then you go
just
the other
mat it.
side, and that way you have those perfect lines. So the sun is going to reflect differently on each one of those
Genius.
lines. Yeah.
I think that
just goes to show,
way.
like, any subject you get into, it eventually it gets fucking complicated.
For sure.
Like, you can go into any kind of subject, and including grass care,
Yeah.
and there will be
For sure.
the most minute.
I mean, you get me and Eric on this,
Details
we'll
about
fucking
this.
adult the shit out of this
We will
podcast.
adult this will turn into a home improvement show so fast.
Do you
Fuck
have
the
those
media.
aerating shoes that have the spikes on them?
Oh, just to add on my previous thing when I was talking about orgy and me Googling gay porn stars.
When were you kind of... Oh, when I was gone.
Yeah, that's when you were gone.
Orgies.
Actually, so sorry.
What
Keep
makes
that
it even
thought.
funnier is that is the least homosexual photo that I could pull up of this guy. So when I tell you I went down a rabbit hole, I went down a fucking rabbit hole.
Nice. You saw his butthole?
I went down a rabbit anus.
Yeah.
Is what I went down. So just so you know.
Dude,
saw
it
his
is,
butthole.
That's
what
how
you're
far
saying.
I'll go for a joke.
You know, speaking of like gay porn and stuff,
Meatspin.com,
like porn
that's all I'm saying.
porn in general, it is like mind-boggling how big some of these dudes' dicks are. They're like fucking as long as this table.
It's crazy. They're huge.
Yeah, just... like impossibly huge. And you wonder, like, how did you survive?
Like, do you get lightheaded every single time you have a boner?
Right? Or
'Cause
like
all
when
the
you
blood
wear
is rushing to
shorts,
your
like when
dick?
you wear trunks, is your schlong just hanging out for everyone to see and you're 1 foot schlong? Like, goddamn,
Like, have
that
you
must
seen
have been
that-
a hard life. People always looking at you.
Have you seen that video of where like a cop thinks like this guy has a weapon in his pants, but in reality, he's just like
like, "That's
groping
my
his
penis, sir."
dick,
Right?
and it's just like his dick is just like way the fuck down here by his knees.
I will say porn's changed a lot since I would say I would consider the 90s the apex of my porn watching days. Like that was like, to me, that was like when porn was porn. You know what I'm saying? There was like a lot of there was a lot of theatrical value to it. There were stories, soundtracks.
Now it's just like, are we gonna get to this or what?
Yeah. Now it's just like seems like it's clips. Do they do like actual porn movies anymore?
Yeah, dude, everything's
there's
on like
some
that,
light
like that
plot.
Pornhub or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
dude, people don't have time to watch a movie anymore. They just want their 5 minutes of fame. And
I have been through Pornhub. I will say there is an excess of there's a lot of spitting. That's what changed.
The big thing now is
from my day to
fuck your
now.
your stepsister.
Yes, and there's a lot of incest porn seems to be huge now.
well, I do know that with Pornhub, you could upload your own videos, and it's kind of like YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, depending on
You
like
can
how
make
much
money,
you can
too.
make money off of it.
Really?
Like, it's like the amateur porn scene is huge right now. So, like, you
You
just
just
upload
fuck your
own
girlfriend
videos.
and
and
film
record
it.
it, and depending on how many people watch it, you get paid for that shit.
Hold on, I have to text Emily. It's unrelated.
text her about an unrelated thing.
Yeah, something completely unrelated here.
Nothing to do with this.
Money, you say? What?
Money. So I
She'll
wonder
just
who's
wear a
gonna. I wonder who's gonna be the
balaclava.
amateur porn star of 2020.
I'll Google that shit.
You know, Maya Khalifa, former #1 porn star in the world for a couple years running, went to the University of El Paso and lived in El Paso for
Really?
a little while. That's like our one claim to fame.
I have actually learned
That and Gene Roddenberry, which how do you excel beyond
That's
that?
You
true.
can't.
You can't.
I mean, if that's
Thanks, El Paso.
if that's your two best just exports was Gene Roddenberry and what's
Mia Khalifa? I don't know.
I think I mean, that's all you need. That's put your name on the map right there.
Yeah. I went to the Gene Roddenberry Observatory.
Yeah.
Is that in El
sweet
Paso?
place? Yeah.
Do they have like a Gene Roddenberry museum down there too? Don't they?
They do, yeah. I think they also have a museum at the observatory as well, and that place kicks ass.
Nice.
I mean, how could you not, man? Gene Roddenberry was a fucking pioneer.
Yeah.
You got it.
God bless him.
You got it, man.
Rip.
Saw a peaceful future, with all races living in harmony.
Utopia, man.
Utopia.
And then those people who survived all of that, all the history of mankind, they go out there and they help other life.
Yeah.
No less. It's a super positive
The
thinking.
United Federation of Planets.
Everyone else, every other author is like doom and gloom.
Captain. Even he even found something to do with those dirty Scots.
Yeah. Should we do random questions?
Scotty.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do a random question.
Scotty.
How racist is it that he's like, the one Scottish guy, we're going to call him Scotty.
Right. I just can't do it, Captain.
This is Scotty Irishman. He's Irish.
He was an Irish drunk.
Scotty Kiltman.
Scotty Kiltman.
And then Chang Asian bro.
Chang Asian man.
Random question.
Let's go with
It's time for our radio show segment. Rockstar.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have sound effects.
Dum, 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 dum.
Damn you, Ad. I'm just trying to.
I always get
funny
scared when
sound
this starts
effect.
happening because I feel like I'm going to say something bad.
Right.
Controversial opinion segment. Let's do this.
That's all right.
This
If
music gets me going.
If it's that bad, we usually cut it out of the podcast. And I'm not one. I will say this. I am not
When
one.
was it cut out? I don't remember.
I
that.
will. It's because you don't
We're
listen
not
to our
one to edit.
podcast.
We are unedited.
That wasn't in
unfiltered, but on
any of
that one
our
occasion-
episodes.
Yeah.
That never happened.
I'm really not one to edit our unedited podcast.
That
but
was
sometimes-
more for the food though that we were eating at the time.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone was like,
Yeah, I had to edit down our podcast because we were munching down on fucking popcorn, and that was completely unprofessional.
Hey, if
it got kind of off the rails.
It did.
We were drinking a lot.
We were drinking for 6 hours straight.
Yeah.
it was my birthday.
It was pretty crazy.
But anyway, so question number 1. You guys ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
All
ready.
right. Is free will real or just an illusion?
So first off, Free Willy is a really good film. That's the one I want to talk. I'm just kidding.
Free Willy is a really good
It
film.
is a really good film.
It's like one
of
of-
my favorite Michael Jackson songs of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Hold me like a river Jordan, and you can say to me that you were my friend. But they told me to be faithful,
Nothing but
able.
you're my friend. That's a great song.
That was great. Free Will is a good movie. Anyway, what is it? Is Free Will real or not?
Or an illusion.
Or an illusion?
Well, if you
Damn.
think about how we live, well, we react. I guess everything we do is a reaction to something else. So like our whole lives are cause and effect. You're not going to do something if there's
Yeah.
no like outside force getting you to do that. So you could say that free will is not a thing. You're just naturally reacting, similar to like a chemical compound, to your outside what's the word, like stimulus. You know, so you can kind of think that free will may not be real, since your whole life is kind of the cause and effect, you know.
On a personal level, it is.
I think someone wrote
On
a song
bigger
about that.
Global level, oh, I believe they did. It's
I'm
not.
sure.
There's certain things that are out of your hands that you're not
Yeah.
going to be able to affect. Anything else, obviously, there's like little decisions that can be made that can either improve or fuck up your life. I mean, your life is in your own hands. In a broader sense, no, free will is not.
It's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah,
You're like,
Like this Earth will die.
yeah.
The star will die.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the universal sense of things. Yeah.
yeah, you're like a
We're all kind of
molecule.
just going along for the ride.
Yeah.
We're following on the freaking. We're on the shoulders of others, and
You're riding the current.
On like a sub question, do you think like that's a little bit of a problem with society right now? Is we're thinking such on the small scale level of our own personal, like me, I'm here right now, versus speaking on like a big, huge universal scale.
Yeah,
You know,
I
of
think
like
that's a huge problem.
like what's more like, okay, what affects me, and that's it. But like, okay, what affects me? It affects the Earth, which affects
Yeah,
our
what
solar
affects my
system,
future too?
the future.
I mean,
It gets very
obviously,
complicated very quickly.
we have a lot of smart people right now screaming about how this Earth might be uninhabitable in the very near future, and nobody's preaching to that at all. Like,
Yeah, there's no huge movement.
It's because
There
everyone's
are-
alive and alive in this moment,
Yeah,
and they're only willing to live in this moment. They're not willing to set up the future of their
right.
great grandkids.
And it's kind of sad because probably most of these people that are acting this way have kids probably that are gonna have to fucking inherit this
I don't.
madness. Not John Man doesn't.
No,
He don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. No, sure.
I'm dead in a few years. Fuck you guys.
But yeah, I would say, yeah, on a very personal level, you're gonna do some bad shit. You'll fuck up your life. You'll go to prison. Like, if people can make fucking really bad decisions, you can improve your life. I mean, it's all that shit is up to you. That's free will, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there are bigger things that have nothing to do with you, and you are very insignificant. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. No fucking no participation trophies here. There's some shit that you're just not. You're pretty insignificant in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, you're like a single water molecule in the great river of.
But thinking about that,
You are not a unique snowflake.
But yes, but thinking about that, you know how you are not very significant in the like this big grander scale of things.
I
But
guess,
think about it this way, like
Go ahead.
that gives you more empowerment to be able to change your future.
For sure.
Like
Yeah,
and
that
the
gives
things
you
that you
free
do.
reign, really.
Like, of course, no, you
As long
don't
as you're
matter.
not a
You don't matter in this grand scheme of things. But in your world, you do matter. So
Yes.
like that gives you more power and more empowerment to be able to change, like your own personal environment.
And
Yeah.
and it is your life. Like, who's to say this isn't what really matters here? Us interacting here, like this is our world here.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is what matters.
And you're extremely lucky to just be alive, because
Yes.
think about how empty the universe is.
Dude,
and you
just
were
the-
so lucky enough to have this life. Like, you might as well live it to the fullest, because you're like,
It's Sunday. We're drinking beer. We're podcasting and doing something that we love to do.
we're alive on the only inhabitable planet
Yes.
in the whole solar
We
system.
pretty much won the fucking lottery to be born where we were born.
Well,
Yeah.
that and our
Forget
ancestors.
the real lottery. You already won the lottery.
Right.
Our ancestors, everyone. I think we touched on this like a few podcasts ago. Our ancestors, they were survivors because we're here right now.
Yeah.
They survived everything from the beginning of time till now. Our ancestors have survived. So you could thank your ancestors for being a survivor.
Your ancestors got their fuck on, and now you're here.
Yep.
They Game of Thrones that shit. They were like, fuck you, I'm not gonna be wasting away as your slave. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
So on like a little side question with this question. So do you believe in like your whole like your personal universe? Like this is my world, you just live in it. Type scenario. Like right now, like this is my world and you guys just live in my world.
I know the
How do I
theory and I
know-
can see that, but I don't
Right.
think that I'm the only one.
Well, no, it's not
You know?
that you're the only one. It's just
Like, I'm the single
like
entity.
when you're at home and I'm here, I don't know what you're doing.
Right? Do you cease to exist?
Do you
How
cease
do I
to
know
exist?
you're not? You guys aren't Truman showing me right now.
right, and you can't ask someone that, and you can't prove it
No.
otherwise.
The only reason why I know that that's not true is because my life's so boring, no one would fucking watch it.
Well, okay. There's also this. There's the last Thursday. Have you guys heard of the last Thursday theory?
No, tell me.
No, tell
All right.
me.
So there's a theory which cannot be disproved that last Thursday was not the beginning of time.
Wait, start over one more time.
There's a theory that has not been disproved. You can't disprove it. That last Thursday
Wasn't when time started.
is not when time started. It
Isn't.
is when
yeah,
time
and
started.
everything before that was just
It's,
this implanted vision of memory that
That's
you have.
spooky.
and it can't be disproved. So last Thursday is when all of time started.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
how does that make you feel? Last Thursday, like, and it can't be disproved. Like, that was what?
if that's true,
4
though,
days ago.
I'm
4 days ago.
I'm so happy, because that means the simulation is very real, and I think I can be fine with just living in a simulation.
Yeah.
And also, that makes me believe that this world that we live in, if that were to be true, is it's kind of like this kind of interdimensional tourism thing.
I would say who's ever controlling this, can we start over again next Thursday and put me in less debt this time?
So
Right, that's the other thing that makes you think like, no, this isn't like some simulation, because if it was a simulation, I'd be living large right now.
Right?
That's bullshit.
But the Matrix theory and stuff, where the first Matrix that they built was a utopia.
And it didn't work out.
It wasn't accepted. Like, nobody, the fucking humans, they lost a bunch of crops. Humans define their reality by misery.
Yeah, because that's how they originally evolved, is through misery and hardship.
Like, how are you supposed to learn if there is no debt?
Yeah, if there's like,
if there is no hardship.
I've always thought about that, like being raised as a Catholic, like how can one live in a paradise when there's like, if it's a paradise and everything's positive, then what life is going on there?
Yeah.
Because if every whim is being provided to you, then what are you learning? You're not learning anything. You're not contributing anything. Then how is that a paradise?
That's the big.
Would a paradise
heaven, right?
actually be something where you have to work hard to achieve your goals, and once you achieve them, you actually feel
like it's
what you're supposed to be feeling?
It's your own heaven, right? And you got everything you want, and like everything that you could think of, you have it. Like, would you accept that? Though, like, as
your own personal heaven.
Yeah, like as your own personal heaven. Like, knowing that it's not real, would you be able to enjoy it?
Right. Even. It's like playing a video game on God mode. I feel like I wouldn't enjoy it because...
Where's the strife? Like, where's the... You
spent so much time teaching me that I have to persevere.
Yeah.
And then you go ahead and tell me like, oh, you don't have to do that now. I'm going to be unfulfilled.
Mm-hmm. I think you need that climb and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you need to have that... that hell, you know, like you can always tell yourself like, I'm not there, I'm way beyond that.
Well, it's kind of like
just a paradise.
So my little theory on cloning, right? So let's just say, like, we've all watched movies where everyone's cloned and they end up doing the same thing, like the 6th Day, I think it was, with Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, that guy gets cloned over and over and over again, and people are clones of themselves and whatever. And like my whole theory with cloning is, your clone will get the memories of your past self, but it wouldn't be you.
Yeah.
So no matter in what situation, if I was cloned, my personal self would still be dead. Yeah. My consciousness would still be dead. It'd be a new consciousness, just overwritten with my experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the same theory, because they always say like, oh, one day we'll transfer our psyche to like the web or like computers or something so we can live forever. But how can you prove that that is not simply a copy of your exact brain function?
Yeah. It's not you.
Yeah. How do you prove that you're not just dead? Yeah. And that there's this perfect copy of you later on?
And that's the thing, it's a copy.
Yeah. How can you actually do that?
Like, I could go get my dog cloned. It wouldn't be my dog.
Yeah.
It would just be my dog.
My dog's in a different environment.
My dog's perfect genetic code. It wouldn't be my dog.
It'd be a very similar dog,
but it wouldn't have the same experiences that I've put him through, that he's put me through the last 11 years.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
It's all about the journey, man.
It is about the journey.
It's about makes you who you are.
Exactly. So appreciate that journey, right? Mm-hmm. Like if you're having hard times, debt and all, and like appreciate that journey, because that journey is what defines you.
Yeah.
And I think no matter what, where you are, and like how much gripes you have with your life and stuff, I think you can still take a step back and just be like, wow, like
I'm in this world and I gotta make the best of it.
Things aren't that bad.
Well, just look at what I said a couple minutes ago. Look at the big picture and look how far your ancestors had to go to get you here.
I think like
you're a fucking warrior, dude. You're a warrior by blood, man.
Baby, you're a firework.
Love that.
You're a fucking survivor.
Yes.
That's what you're bred to do.
And that's what I would throw out too. I feel like
this is your fight song. Get back my life song.
It's not all that bad, kids out there. Don't go shooting up shit. It's not that bad. I mean, I think like a lot of the stuff like with these.
Give it a year, man. Give it a year.
These violent outbursts, I think a lot has to do with mental illness, I think, more than anything else.
Well, I think like there's that, and I also think like I remember being a pubescent kid, and like the emotions
for sure
that I had.
I remember being angry
all the time,
and I've been picked on, and I've been bullied,
and you wanted to fuck people up.
I have never ever considered shooting up my.
No. But like, we lived in a different time.
Yeah, that's true.
We lived in a
Can't
different
speak for
time.
everyone. We did.
Like everyone is expected to suppress their emotions right now.
Things seem like a more bigger deal nowadays, I would say.
Like
Yeah,
you
and
know,
it only
like
takes one perfect storm of shitty people. Because, like, these guys that shoot up the school, like, they're probably not just being bullied by some kids. They probably have a teacher that doesn't give a fuck. And a principal that doesn't give a fuck.
parents that don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and they just feel like this is just the end of the road, man. This is the end of the rope. This is the last straw. Nobody's out here to help me.
That Batman comic book, the Killing Joke, that Joker monologue and shit. The only thing that separates me from you is one bad day. That's all it takes. That's the only difference between you and I.
Yeah, one
bad
shitty
bad day
person
is
that
what got me where I'm at right now. One bad day.
Yeah.
Think about that. So everyone listen, like think about that. One bad day, that day should not define you.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah,
And,
like
you know, like just, like overcome it. Be better.
Overcome. Baby,
You know,
or a firework.
Get stronger.
What doesn't kill you makes you strong.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Get a little higher.
You know, get stronger because of it. You know, because that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're young, like, you got so much time, dude. You have so much
do that.
time.
Or do that. Trevor.
Or do that, yeah.
Dude, do you think this beer tastes a little dirty to you?
It does a little bit.
It almost, it's like
Almost muddy.
It tastes a little bit like soju elixir.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
no.
They're saving dogs. Meanwhile, they're boiling dogs in the soju elixir. What it tastes like.
Jesus.
All right.
Like it's a little skunky.
What's something that everyone, absolutely everyone in the entire world can agree on?
What's something
Everyone
that we
in the
all agree
world
on?
can agree on.
What's something that everyone, absolutely everyone
I think
in the
everyone.
entire world can agree on?
I think everyone wants a place to call home. I think everyone needs a space that is rightfully theirs, that people cannot take away.
Shelter.
Yeah, a shelter. Yeah, I feel like people need that, and that's what we're kind of bred to have. And anyone out there needs a shelter in some way, even if it's not completely their own. They need some place that they can truly be themselves, because
like
we all wear these masks.
Well, let me
For
expand on that here.
Person.
So I was talking to Emily about that. I was having one bad day the other
One
day.
bad day.
Yeah, and it's like
Don't
I
let
had-
it define you.
I
Dude,
was
that'd be a good tattoo, man. One bad
one
day.
bad day for sure. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Or a great band name. One bad day.
Yeah, I was about to say a good band name.
God, I'm gonna get that tattoo. One bad day.
Right?
my skin.
Ooh, that was low.
That was low. No, I was talking to Emily and I was telling her about I had this feeling that I just wanted to go home. Like I couldn't explain it. I was just like, I want to go home, like where I feel safe. I want to go to like home, and like it was almost like depressing that place doesn't exist anymore. Like it's almost like I guess I define home as being in the arms of my grandma. Probably it's the only time I ever felt safe. Maybe is when my grandma was like holding me. But she passed away, so I don't have that anymore. So how do I feel that feeling, I guess? How do I feel that shelter feeling, I guess? And
Your grandma was your shelter.
yeah, she was my shelter, and it doesn't exist anymore. So like what's there, like now I gotta find a new thing that makes me feel that way, right?
Yeah, or you got to build it yourself.
Or you gotta build it myself, yeah.
You know, like my mom went through something like that, and she's still going through it. My grandpa died probably about 15 years ago. My great grandpa. And my great grandpa was her best friend. Like my great grandpa was the most important person in my mom's life. And then he got cancer. We went to go see him, and it was around my mom's birthday. And by the time we came back from like him dying and the funeral and stuff, my mom had a check from him, because every year he sent her like $25 from a check. So that's how quick it happened. We left around my mom's birthday. By the time we got back, she got the check from my great grandpa.
Really?
And I don't think my mom's ever recovered from that loss, because it was her everything. Like, her
great.
grandpa was like the one stable part in her life, and I don't think she's ever recovered it. You know, like sometimes she looks at me and she's like, "Man, you remind me so much of Grandpa."
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know, she's
Big
like
oof.
just the build, and like she'll get like teary eyed, and because like I remind her of her grandpa. You know, just because like we're like the same body build and everything. You know, so it's tough.
Yeah.
But
it's something
I'm
that
a firm believer that energy transfers to her to build you up, you know?
Yeah, possibly, you know, or it's just, or it's something that you'll never find, and that sanctuary, you might never find it, but you'll be able to tell the stories of that sanctuary you had, and maybe make someone else feel better about it.
And take that experience and give it to the younger generation, you know? Like I feel like that's kind of part of what being an adult is about, is
for sure
sending it on to future generations.
Like the morals and the stories and morals that your grandma taught you with a hug and with the stories and the morals is like, that's something that your grandkids,
that's how they live on, right? They live on through memory.
Yeah, like that's something that your grandkids will benefit from, because there's someday that your grandkids will like hug you and be like, "Man, like Grandpa is like the most important person in my life."
I think
would you know that if your grandparent didn't teach you that?
You know,
probably not. Like, who would be there to teach you that?
I saw this Keanu Reeves interview with Stephen Colbert, and he was like, hey, you know how like people are trying to like, you know, vilify Keanu Reeves as this, he's this great person, like freaking Keanu Reeves is.
Super nice.
Yeah.
For all we know, he's probably maybe one of the greatest persons to ever walk this earth. And Stephen Colbert is like, so what's the universal truth? What happens after we die, Keanu? And Keanu is like, takes a look around, and he's like, I believe that what happens after we die, or after we're gone, the people left behind will miss us. And for some reason, that just like, it cut me for some reason.
That's like,
Keanu, you're so wise.
That's an actual truth.
Yeah.
So I
It's
think
like the closest truth.
That's what happens after you die. The people that loved you will miss you. That's what happens after you die.
So I think what your grandma taught you is how to be a sanctuary. Maybe you don't have your sanctuary anymore, but I think your grandma taught you.
You're a sanctuary to others.
You're a sanctuary to others.
Hey, that's pretty deep, man. That's fucking deep.
Cheers to that, man.
I'm gonna go get our one bad tattoos later. One bad day tattoos later.
One bad day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip my answer.
What? You gotta say something, man. Oh, by the way, I haven't forgotten about what you said earlier. We have to go back on what you want to rant about.
I think the one
Stay
thing,
tuned for the John Man rant closing here.
I think the one thing that everyone in the world can agree on is death.
Yeah. And taxes.
For sure, yeah.
Oh, death and taxes. Yeah.
It's the only two absolutes in this world.
Benjamin Franklin.
I mean, no matter what religion or what race or sexuality you have,
You got to come to terms with
We're
that.
all gonna die.
we're all gonna die.
That's crazy to think about. Like, we're all going to be in the ground one day.
Yeah.
Ground, cremated, shot into space. I don't know. However you choose.
Hopefully we got some time.
Yeah.
What's your ask for when you die? Mine is, I'll tell you mine. Mine is, I don't give a shit. I'm fucking dead.
Yeah.
Do whatever you need to do to make yourself happy with my passing, because I don't give a shit. I'm fucking dead.
I saw a meme for a business. I don't know if it's real or not. I pray to God it is. That you hire somebody like to, after you die, first thing they'll do is they'll delete your browser history.
Oh yeah.
And then periodically they will send social media posts as if they're you from your coffin.
That's actually really good.
That is a genius idea.
Yeah. Fucking dark in here, man.
Yeah. Just randomly.
Wow.
I'm on my last Cliff Bar. Shit.
I'm out of beer. Send more, please.
I used to want. This is a little deep. I used to want to get shot into space, like with all my organs.
I would like to do
everything
that. Yeah,
still intact. That way,
If
like
it was-
some alien species could find me and bring me back to life.
Isn't that how Gene
If I had a
Roddenberry
trust
went out
fund
and they shot
big
him into
enough.
Yeah, I
space?
think so. Yeah.
If I had a trust fund big enough, I'd be totally like, shoot me into fucking space for sure. I want
I agree.
aliens to find me in a million years.
Yeah, I wanted that, and then I thought like, I'd be leaving behind Mary, and so now I just want to be buried next to her.
Yeah. Oh, that's deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be stuffed and placed on the couch.
Send
Randomly, I
naked.
have to be transferred from each kid and stuff. That I'm just there, like
Naked or
doing something
clothed?
weird. Clothed, of course. But like in a creepy way, just like I have to be stuffed and placed somewhere.
just like your skull.
I'm on the couch and it's like a creepy looking face.
Trent.
Just like an automatic timer. Just go after
Or you
a few
pet your-
days.
You pet your,
Trent.
or get your dog stuff too, and you just petting your stuffed dog.
Yeah, almost like an animatronic. Like at about 12 every day, I wake up and
Have like a
I'm moving.
painting, and then you rip through the
Yeah.
painting, and it's your actual body in the same position.
7 o'clock every night, I stand up and do the Thriller dance. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I love this part. Watch.
Well, it's at 7. My dad's gonna get up and dance.
That's why I invited you at 6.
That's why I invited you here. Shut up and enjoy this date.
He left it in his will for us to watch, so we have to watch.
If you're gonna be part of this family, you have to watch this.
So this question is, how well can you explain how a car works? But I think a better question is, how well can you explain to a blind or deaf person sound or visuals?
You had to be there, man. You had to be there. I'm sorry. I can't explain.
That was my that was actually a business that I thought of for a while, was that I wanted to explain the taste of pork to Jewish people.
Ooh, yeah.
I would just sit there and I would eat pork and explain it.
Tastes salty.
All right, so let's
meat.
let's change the question to what is something you would explain to someone that can't have or see or whatever. Like, what is something that you can explain to someone that can't have that one thing? Good thing we have this music.
Like just anything?
Yeah, just anything.
Like beer, I always have to explain to non-beer drinkers that it's not about the taste, homie. It's about the way it makes you feel.
Yeah. Oh, that's
And they're always
good.
like, what?
What?
It's not about the taste? I'm like, no.
No, I love the
Obviously
taste
not.
though.
It's like, it's...
Do you not like the taste of beer?
I enjoy the taste of beer now, but when I first started, it's like, when you first start off, it's bitter and it's shitty and like,
Yeah.
no shit, you don't like it, but
There was a turning
you
point,
drink it to
for
get
sure.
drunk. Come on.
When I was like a kid and stuff, yeah, I did drink it to get drunk.
And
Where
you're
I
like,
would-
ugh.
now like it's the perfect accent to any meal.
Yeah.
Really.
Right.
I love beer.
It's like this flat,
It's a new
not
wine.
too sweet thing. Yeah, exactly.
I love
It's like
wine
a new
too.
one.
Like, I just love the finer things, because there's shit beer and there's good beer. This isn't exactly good beer.
No, there's shit wine. I have good beer if you want to switch to good beer.
All right, we can probably do that.
So
I mean, we are saving dogs though.
yes. Well, you already bought it, so you're
Yeah.
not saving a
Whatever.
dog. I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
throw it away, and
That's true.
the same amount of dogs
That's
will still
true.
be saved. I have noticed. So I guess this is a little off subject. Sorry. I have noticed that putting wine in a decanter
Yes.
for a
But
couple
it
hours,
does help.
it helps a lot, man.
Like a
It-
metal decanter.
No, just like a glass decanter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like whites or reds better?
I like reds.
Yeah.
I like reds.
I
They
got
work
in
well
with
with
reds.
steak.
I think I'm like traveling more to. I'm like a rich white woman now, where I'm traveling more towards the whites.
Well, hold on. I get.
Rosés. Oh my god, rosé.
Well, so I don't drink.
Zinfandel.
I don't drink wine to get drunk. I drink wine with my
For the
food
taste, yeah.
for the complement of my food.
Yes, of course.
So in most of the food that I make, red wine complements the food better.
We went to this Patterson winery, and we had a delicious sparkling. It was like a sparkling wine champagne. I don't know what. I don't even know what the name was. We ended up having like, we went with like a big group of people, so everybody bought a bottle, but they were like $40-$50 bottles. They were really good.
Yeah.
Emily totally surprised me the other day by bringing home 2. She went out somewhere and she brought home 2 of them, like for like a Father's Day thing or something. And now I just have those chilling.
Nice.
Maybe I'll bring one of those next time. They're so good.
All right.
Yeah.
So like my only
I'm more
problem
for
with
taste. I'm more for taste. Like,
yeah,
I'm not-
I love the good taste wine. My only problem is I have a very sensitive palate,
yeah.
so I'm able to taste like all the tannins and the sulfur
ingredients.
into this wine, and that really takes away from
sulfur's kind of tough. Like you definitely have like some wines that are really like earthier than others that are not. They don't go down as smooth.
So my, like how I envision wine should be like a really good balsamic vinegar without the vinegar part, but I don't get that. But I've noticed that like using it and with the decanter, it's definitely mellowed out that sulfur taste a little bit.
I'm pretty much done in my life with the pounding. I'll never be a
binge drinker
pounding natty ice in the corner.
No.
Oh yeah.
We almost did that this week.
I'm more about the taste.
No, I was just gonna say I almost bought us all that.
Natty ice.
The domestic beer taste test. Maybe we'll do that next week.
Yes. Well, I figured we'd bring this guy in and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Piss beer.
Hydration.
We want to have a piss beer episode.
Oh yeah, let's try. That'd be fun. Let's try and find the cheapest, pissiest beer we can find.
Yeah.
Get some Rainiers.
Bring those
Mickeys,
in there.
Some Natty Ice,
Light,
Bush
Natty
Light.
Ice.
I don't know about you, but Rainier, it
Disgusting.
tastes like beer, but it has like this.
Beer that someone else pissed in. It tastes like piss that's been drinking good beer. Someone that's been drinking good beer and just pissed in a toilet, that's Rainier.
Yeah, like you get the
I'm
sense
sorry,
that there's
Seattle. I know
this
that's a Seattle
I know.
icon.
It tastes like somebody who
fresh
brewed
water
beer that doesn't drink beer, I think.
I think it's someone that brewed beer that's trying to copy Budweiser.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like even a lot of craft brew drinkers, they're like, oh yeah, I drink all this craft brew, but my favorite beer is Rainier. It's like, how?
I just picture the Rainier family in the back of the brewery just pissing into a vat is pretty much what Rainier beer is.
It's disgusting.
That's like someone saying, I'm a wine connoisseur. My favorite beer, Barefoot. Zinfandel Pink.
Yeah.
Yellowtail.
All right.
Yellowtail, that's a cheap wine.
Oh yeah, there's Yellowtail.
All right. What is something that can't be taught and can only be learned with age?
Ooh, sex.
Decorating your house.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my God, that's very true.
Like, you might know what colors and like style you want, but you don't know anything about comfort.
No.
I've noticed when buying shit for my apartment is I don't know what I want just physically. Like, I know what color I want, but my parents always like bought the couches, obviously, or like the bed or whatever, but it was never what I wanted. Like, you have to live your life and figure out what you want in like a couch or bed or whatever.
The biggest transition you can make in your life, I think, from childhood to adulthood, I think where you can tell where that switch happens is the difference between somebody tacking a poster on the wall to someone framing a poster. and sticking it on the wall. That's a transition to adulthood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is when you frame it and put it up as opposed to putting tags on it.
Or when you buy special dishes, like a whole matching set. And it's not your college set of dishes. It's like your whole matching set of white or whatever color of dishes you want.
Yeah, it matches the bowls and it matches the silverware and all that shit.
They come into a set. They all match with each other.
Yep.
Yes. That's another one.
Yep. Drinking beer, that's something that can't be taught. You got to be learned.
Yes.
Good beer.
That's true. That's definitely an acquired taste because when you start out, you're like...
Well, drinking beer is definitely a path because you can't buy it when you're younger, so you have to get whatever you can get.
Mm-hmm.
We used to go shoulder tapping with homeless people. Just walk up to a homeless person and say, "Hey,
give you
here's this
$10.
Yeah, keep the rest and give us this." And that's the way it was in high school. And then you get older, and then you can start because I think before I wasn't a beer fan because I was drinking the wrong beer.
Yeah.
I think that's what it
drinking
is.
Coors and shit.
I don't know if it's more that your palate changes or that you're just better quality of beer because you're older and you can get whatever you want.
Well, I think you start going for taste and not just binge drinking just to get fucked up.
Yeah, when you're really young, you're just like, I need quantity over quality, for sure.
You're not going to pour a cup of natty ice into a goblet and just toke away. No. Put some good shit in that goblet.
Yeah.
Well, let's change a little bit things up for this random question. Do you guys have any random questions for me or for John or do you have any random questions to ask?
Ask me anything you want. Let me see. That's a good question. How was La Pouche?
Yeah, how was
Describe La Pouche
Pouche
for me.
was very lovely. I recommend it to anybody. There's just some rocks in the ocean. Really good surfing.
So there's actually waves there.
Yeah, there's actual waves that the locals be surfing around.
Here's the thing, right? We don't have waves here because of sound and stuff, and like everything's collected, so everything kind of zooms in, right? So we don't have waves here.
Yeah, there's no like there's no sweet curls, bro.
Yeah. Back in California, you got like fucking 10, 15-foot waves and shit.
Well, that we
Yeah.
have like on our beaches too. We have like massive undertow, and it's pretty dangerous to
Yeah,
like
it's-
do
oh,
anything.
it's still
on our
pretty
beaches.
gnarly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be just swimming around there and nobody's
Like
business.
our beaches are proper, not the sound
Yeah.
beaches.
I went out with my girl to Massachusetts. We had a big Massachusetts night last night. Massachusetts. We're talking. I was making fun of the accent. We're talking about the slang and stuff. We had fun, but we were talking about the beaches out there, and she couldn't explain to me why there are no waves out there in the Boston area and stuff like that. She couldn't explain it to me, so I think she's lying to me, and she's not really from there. Is what you know. I was like, who are you?
It's fucking cold over there, dude.
Well, it is cold. Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh my God, we hung in.
like
We went during the
flatland.
summer, and we went to like a hot time there. We went on the beach and stuff. We're all hanging out there, and fucking they have these like these black flies out there that actually bite.
It's horseflies.
Horse
Are you
flies.
serious?
Yeah, they
That
have
sounds
them
like
where
a
I'm from
fucking
too.
nightmare.
It was
Yeah,
the
they're fucking
worst-
huge, man.
Yeah, huge, and they keep just nipping at me. It was the worst fucking beach experience in my life. Like, how do you relax? Like you're just sitting here getting nipped by these flies.
Ugh. That sounds horrible. I've never been bitten by a fucking fly before.
I will say that that's what I took away from the whole Boston area is a lot of bugs. Bugs everywhere. Bugs. Bugs.
Did you meet anyone with like a thick, heavy accent going like?
Yeah, when we went to get out of the we went to get out of the parking garage. Like we picked up our rent a car and we're like leaving, and the first person we walked into was like, "Hey,
Watch where you going.
I miss the Boston man." He was like, he had a huge accent. The guy, the parking garage attendant, he had a thick fucking Boston accent.
Give me a fucking ticket, you fucking bitch.
Is that Jeff Goldblum right there? Is that the fly?
The fly.
Horse fly.
So I think me and my wife, like here in the next couple of weeks, we might do an impromptu Disneyland trip just for one day.
Fuck, I want to go. Shit.
Nice.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna do this.
All right.
In California
Remember, you still
area.
got that rant.
Okay, the rant.
We're gonna close out with the rant.
Yeah, hurry back.
All right, the fucking rant. I don't know if I'm ready for it, man.
I don't even know what this is about.
Well, I've been stewing on it for the last few days.
Did
Just
something
like
happen?
just thinking about like a very appropriate way to bring this conversation to light,
Right.
and it's hard.
You got to be politically correct.
Very politically correct.
Because who knows? This is on the internet forever, man.
It is. That's why I don't want to bring it up.
If you ever
I
become
wanted this
famous,
conversation.
they're going to be like, look what he said in 2019. It's
I wanted this
2034.
conversation to be private. To be quite honest, but I'm gonna keep drinking this fucking dog beer. Do you need any more beer? Or
No,
you good?
I'm good.
Oh, poor Erik.
We'll see. We'll hear it out, and then we'll cut you off if it gets too gnarly.
Yeah, you're right. I could always.
But
Yeah.
we've kind of spilled the beans on it. We gotta let
We've
our
been hyping this episode up
yeah.
around my.
This is
rant.
like the closure portion. The conclusion. People need to know what we were gonna talk about. This is what's keeping them in the podcast.
Yeah, keeping them engaged, man.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of engagement, if you guys want to ask us your own questions, ask us on Twitter at the John Sandwich 2. That is our Twitter handle.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then you would find us on any podcast.
Hit up that subscribe button, like and subscribe, save.
All right, well, apparently.
Add us to queue.
I'm already starting to get like remorse where I'm getting sad because like we're not going to be in here for a whole another week. So how do we just make this what we do as a job?
Start a Twitch channel.
All right, it's about Twitch
Stream what
time.
you got.
Do you
Twitch
think
time.
do you think that Twitch is really where it's at, or just like keeping posting out like really good podcast content?
I
And,
think
like, YouTube.
Twitch is the.
But I also think that we need
In
to
my
like,
honest opinion, Twitch is where you grow. Yeah, like I think that place has a lot of room to grow, and if you're in there when it starts, you'll be pretty good.
yeah, but we weren't in there when it started.
Yeah, so
It's
Well,
still
I-
kind of starting,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Like
I
there's
think
still
with like
some room to
like
grow.
our YouTube channel could be better if we, and this is some of my fault, is just posting one long YouTube video and then cutting every single
I
one
think
in like
we need to
15
cut
minutes.
'em. So I think maybe if I were to get this laptop and I get some good video editing software, we can like start cutting these episodes up. Like maybe upload the full podcast, the audio,
Uh-huh.
but then
pushing
out the
Well, even the video too,
clips.
so they can have the full video,
and then clips of everything like
and then have the clips, and then have 10-minute clips, because
I think that's a smart way to do it.
and then we'll have 20 videos a week versus
Yes.
just one.
I think I've seen some comments on our videos and stuff about breaking things up or something.
Yeah.
Like it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I
have a way
think it's
to
good.
get from one
But I
point
think
to
the
other.
podcast proper. So the main thing that I'm focused on is just making sure the podcast sounds good for the podcast people.
Well, then, job well done, because we sound great. Thank
Do we?
Yeah.
Like, you listen to our podcast regularly. I listen to our podcast as well,
Mhm.
and I do not hear any distinction between any other podcast
don't.
on how they sound.
I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately too. Like friggin', I've been like really getting into it. Like
Yeah.
mostly like for research and stuff,
Yeah.
just to see. Like a lot of people have good information. I think that's what I kind of like about this show. It kind of seems like everybody has their own niche here. You're obviously like you're the data man. Like you have fucking facts that you pull out your ass like all the time.
Oh,
Always
thank you.
shocks me. I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
How do you know that? How do you know?
Oh,
Like
thank
you
you.
know a lot. You know
Thank
a lot
you.
of shit.
Thank you.
And then this guy is
He's definitely the media man.
he's the button pusher too.
Yeah.
He's like a fucking-
Yeah. He's also a button pusher.
Yes, and the media man. He knows like what's going on. He's younger than we are.
Yeah.
He's got a better view.
He definitely follows along with the movies and stuff like that.
Yeah. And then I just comment. I just chime in every now and again.
I did have like this good, and then you guys, you should let us know about how you would think about this, because I had like this idea of to where like we'd have like today a 3-hour show,
Yeah.
almost, but each hour is hosted by one of us. So I would host either
it's a
one
good
of the
idea.
hours, John would host an hour, and then you would host an hour,
Yeah.
and we'd talk about what we wanted to like. We would host
Almost
the
like we're the
conversations.
host and almost like interviewing each other maybe.
But I guess we kind of do that already right
yeah,
now.
we kind of do it already. It jumps around every now and then.
It really does.
It does.
It really does.
And I really like this episode too, because there hasn't been like a real streamlined thing. We're just fucking talking about anything really.
Well, I think that's what our podcast
had
is
a-
mostly about. Is like
I had a list of notes. I didn't go over any of them really.
yeah. I mean,
They were already outdated by the time I was like,
we-
list the note. Like fucking so much was happening.
We went over some of them,
Yeah.
like the $1,000 MacBook Pro,
Fuck
but
that.
no one cares about that.
No.
You know,
Like you said, it's about the journey, man.
it is about the journey and the how each episode happens. And I think, you know what, next week let's do a behind the scenes, like a 5-minute video of the
That'd be cool.
podcast, little
Yeah.
behind the scenes episodes.
That'd be cool.
How the sandwich gets put together.
Maybe like two, yeah. I can just show up and start recording and shit. We can just upload those videos just with the phone and stuff.
Yeah.
Just be like,
Yeah.
hey, this is what we do. This is us eating a sandwich.
That was a good
I tell
sandwich.
you,
That was
I
a good
wouldn't
sandwich.
be opposed to having like a sandwich cook-off video that we can just post.
Wait, hold on.
That's
What-
not a live.
So
I can do a sound. I can do a
I will
really
say
sandwich.
this. That is probably the easiest sandwich I've ever made. And will any of your sandwiches beat that?
Ooh, yes.
I make
All
a
right,
mean French dip.
All right, cool. All right.
Hit me
I-
up with that French dip.
I can do a good breakfast sandwich for sure.
All
I'll
right, cool.
bring in the flank steak.
I was just throwing it out there because that is.
I don't know if any better. That was fucking good. I don't know if it was the spam though. Was it the spam? Was that your secret?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
matter.
You ate it and it was fucking delicious.
Would it be as good?
Did the
without
spam
fucking
do all the
spam?
work?
Was that the secret?
Well,
Was the
would your
spam?
sandwich be just as good without the bread?
That's true. That's a good point.
It's all about the ingredients and how you put them together, my friend.
We need to have a sandwich off.
We will.
What I do with my sandwich here. So, like, let's talk my breakfast sandwich real quick.
All right, you know what? Let's talk about our best sandwich and how we prep them. Let's do that.
One thing that I do.
Cap it off.
For
You start it.
breakfasts. What I do for breakfast.
Wait, hold on. Is this your best sandwich that you make?
No, it's not the best sandwich, but it's my breakfast sandwich. I'd
Okay.
say. It's not the best sandwich I can make, but there's bacon on it, of course. So what I do is first thing I do is I start off cooking the bacon. And then I fry the egg in that bacon grease after I do it. Fry the egg up. Now I do my eggs over easy, so there's still yolk in these things.
Yeah, they're still white though.
Naturally.
They're still white too. So, but I cook it enough where it's not like I cook it to a certain point where it's not dripping everywhere. So it's like it's like right on the cusp of solidifying and still like a little yolky. So I throw that.
So
on
I
the
made
pan.
mine a little hard because I didn't know how you guys liked your
No,
eggs.
for sure. And then the difference is after that I'll throw butter on there, and then I will toast the bread in the pan. Then I throw all the ingredients back on, layer cheese, sandwich it up, toast that side, flip it over, toast the other side, and then serve it to the masses.
Yeah. So mine was definitely a hangover sandwich. The one I prepared today. No cheese. Because sometimes cheese is a little heavy in your stomach.
It is. Sometimes you don't need that.
You don't need
You
it.
don't need that.
So I was just the basic protein and carb sandwich.
What you've been saying too about like knowing your body and stuff, I've been kind of being more just more cognizant of all that stuff, like of what weighs me down, because I do notice that there is food that will weigh me. Like if I have it, it'll weigh me down.
Yeah.
Where like I'm just groggy afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm trying to avoid all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The food is, of course, you want your food to taste good, but you don't want your food to be a disability.
I think as Americans, I think this might only be an American thing. Actually, is eating to your full is not really what you're supposed to be doing. I think you're not supposed to eat until you're like fucking. I'm about to fucking explode
And puke. Yeah.
and puke.
Right.
Maybe like because like the way my girlfriend describes, it's good to feel like if you're hungry, it's good to feel hungry. Like fucking live in that hunger for a little while and stuff. Like it's good.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's good for you to not just indulge every little appetite that you have.
Well, I also think it's good to listen to your body. That you're like, okay, so your body might need something from that hunger. Like, what is that thing that your body needs? It's not more coffee.
No.
It's your body telling me, okay,
I gotta stay away from fatty foods.
I need a little. You know, fatty foods aren't bad for you.
Are they not?
No, it's what type of fatty foods you put in. Like, is it margarine or butter? Your body could process butter. It can't process margarine.
No, we do nothing but natural butter.
You know, like if it's natural and
butter every
like
time.
natural fats are good for you, man. Your body could process that and use that energy versus these processed crap fats like from margarine and stuff like that your body just can't process.
Yeah.
I think that's the one thing I will say about being with my girlfriend now is that I've been open up to a world of good foods, like and healthy foods too.
Whole foods.
Whole foods, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been a big salad eater. She eats salad all the time. Like fucking now, like the way she does the salads and stuff. I love salad now.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
There's a way to do salad where it's like salad can be a meal.
Yeah.
Salad should be a meal.
I used to tell her that's rabbit. Oh, we're gonna have for dinner tonight rabbit food. But now it's like, oh my god, this is good. Like, oh my, wow, I didn't know salad could be this way.
No, yeah, salad is good, man.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some restaurants that will definitely take the salad and make it unhealthy.
Yeah, for sure.
That's for sure. You know, but it's about the flavor profile. It's you could make a good salad without making it unhealthy.
For sure.
You know, like making your own dressing from scratch. I have an amazing blue cheese dressing recipe.
From scratch?
Yeah, from scratch, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and it's delicious. This is the best blue cheese you'll probably ever have.
We have a pie. Emily made an Oreo pie. We have that waiting at home, chilling in the fridge.
Nice.
So our biggest thing is snacking at night. I don't know if you guys do this.
Yeah.
But we'll have like a healthy meal and like feel really good about ourselves. Exercise that day, feel really good. And then it's like we get up to bed, we put everybody to bed. Our only time to ever hang out is after everyone's gone to bed. So it's like after 9:00. We get a couple hours with each other just to be alone and be in our relationship and enjoy each other. And as soon as we lie down, after doing all this good stuff, exercising during the day, eating good, we lay down and we look at each other like, I can go for something sweet right now.
Yeah.
Is it both of you or is it just her? Because
It's really
that's
her.
Vanessa too. It's like we spent this whole day being good and then you're like, I want chocolate.
Yeah.
Well, the thing
Why
is,
did
it's
you
good.
want to fuck it up?
Right?
No, well, you know,
totally
it's not
her.
fucking it up, man. It's you have to treat yourself. You put yourself through a lot of preparation to eat healthy, and it's okay to treat yourself. You need, your body needs to know that it is, that you are, and your mind needs to know that you were willing to reward
But if
itself.
you're eating chocolate and ice cream, then like you're totally undoing everything you did that whole day, pretty much though too.
No, not necessarily, because you're not eating all that other crap that you would have ate before.
I mean, I guess that's true.
You know, like think about if you were eating McDonald's like for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then snack, and then dinner again, and then eating the ice cream. And you know what? The ice cream's probably not going to do shit because you already ate super bad.
And it's like we don't fast food anymore, so that's good. Like freaking, that's all off the table. And
Do you feel better like eating healthier? Like
Yeah,
even
for
with
sure.
that ice cream, like how do you feel?
I feel better for sure. Almost guilty when I do stray and get some other kind of food.
Yeah.
I think what I was doing for a while is, which I totally cut out now, was if I had like a free moment, I would go out to like, I would just stop at a bar,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would have like a beer and bar food. And there's fucking nothing worse than fried bar food.
So now, so now you just have the beer.
Yeah, now I just have the beer, and then I just leave I leave the tater tots to the side and just have the beer. Yeah.
But you still treat yourself to a beer every now and
But
again.
I still treat myself to a beer. Like even when I got this haircut, so there was like a little bit of a wait.
So you don't drink in your house anymore, right?
No, I don't drink in my house at all.
Like not even wine?
No, we had a beer actually when I had John. I had John over the other day. We had a beer, and then the kids weren't there though. And then everybody came home, and then I just sent John home with the beer and stuff. So like we try to keep alcohol away from the kids. There's still like there's like a wine case there, but we don't do any. Like if we're gonna drink, it'll be after the kids go to bed.
Okay.
So like when I do drink, I will go out.
So you just don't drink in front of the kids.
Yeah.
So like after the kids go to bed, you might have a beer or
But
two.
it's more expensive that way when you go out. Like
Yes.
like freaking, you can go and buy a 6-pack or something for what you're gonna pay for.
So you don't
one
have
or
beer
two
at the house at
beers.
all?
No, I don't have beer at the house at all.
Just wine.
Yeah.
You guys drink like after the kids go to bed? And you, like,
Every
have
now and again. We don't really drink that often, really much anymore. The only time I ever really drink now is here, really.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but
good.
every now and again I will. Like I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna drop into this place right here and have one beer. Yeah. Which, I mean, nothing feels more adult than that. It's just dropping into a place and having a pint of beer. I'll tell you that much. It's great. It's great.
I love a good pint.
Right, just walking into a bar and
There's just
drinking
nothing better than fucking a well beer. Like just fucking on tap. Like there's
On a hot day?
there's something just about
Before getting your haircut?
a poured beer versus a beer out of a bottle or a can,
Oh yeah.
for sure.
There is definitely that.
And then like they serve it to you, and it's like like the chilled glass, and it's like, oh my god, it's delicious.
It is, isn't it?
And then I can just do that. I can just be a one and done type person.
Yeah.
It's good. I like it. Anyway, beer's good.
I love a good
all
beer.
right.
I feel like fucking
Anything
what's
else?
his face.
Yeah. I have one more thing.
Yes, he's got his
You have a
rants.
rant.
I have a rant.
Let's cap that off. Cap the podcast off with our little rant here.
Are you in a hurry, Thurston? Do you
A
have
little
place to
bit.
be? Do you have to go back to La Pouche?
3-hour podcast. It's good.
Yeah, we went 4 hours.
I think that's good.
Yeah. What do you have to do?
4
now?
hours is pretty long.
We're gonna cut it and do another one. Tell you what, I'll call you an Uber, and then we'll put fucking Sheena Easton over here in your seat, and we'll do another episode.
Do you get analytics on your
I do.
yeah?
Yep.
How many people get to 4 hours?
Oh, I don't get those type of analytics.
No. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, there's some cutting we can probably do.
Well, there's no cutting. If they want to listen to the whole thing, they'll listen to the whole thing. If
At
not,
this point, this isn't for them. This is for me. At this point.
yeah. Well, the thing is, like, how many people listen to a podcast at work?
Yes.
How many people work less than 8 hours a day?
You could be like me, where I put a podcast on and I go to sleep to it and just have it running and dream about it.
All right. So what's this?
No, we can cut it. We can cut it.
What's our
I want
thing?
to close it.
Do you want to close it out?
Not before you do your round.
Oh, my rant. I forgot about the rant.
Yeah, I want that for sure.
I'm gonna put some music behind the rant if you don't mind.
Do a rant. And I'm gonna comment on it, see if I agree to it or not.
I'm gonna just rip it apart.
Maybe some fresh fallen snow.
Yeah, that's nice.
Fresh fallen snow.
I will say, I think I'm gonna buy Spam and try to recreate this horror sandwich.
So if
Dude,
you like,
you don't know what you're missing.
if you like soft eggs, so I overcooked the eggs. Not overcooked. I perfectly cooked them.
Yeah, they were perfect.
Hard.
Exactly.
But I didn't leave any. People are finicky with their eggs.
Yeah.
So I cooked them in a way that everyone would eat them.
Oh, for sure.
So
You did the society appeasable egg, really. Like,
Yeah.
everyone likes them that way.
thinking, speaking about society and appeasable, I've been observing lately and listening to other people's rants and specials and all this, and there's one race and gender that is getting a lot of flack right now, and I'm not sure I agree with it, and that
Race
is
and gender.
yes, the white male.
Okay. All right. Oh, this is the it's so hard to be a white male conversation.
No, it's not hard at all. What I'm tired of is people blaming the white male for all of their
Yes.
problems.
I would agree with you.
I am tired of people blaming all their problems on the white male. It's not just any male. It's not every male. It's not that male over there. It is the white male.
Mhm.
The white male treats their women like shit. The white male treats the gay people like shit. The white male treats everybody like shit. The white male is the reason we don't have good education. The white male is this and that.
Just so you know, I'm going to cut this in a way that I'm going to make it seem like that's where your opinion is.
Yeah, I know. And I'm tired of the blame going to one specific spot when the blame needs to go towards everybody in this situation. It needs to go towards, for one, if I said things that these people said about white males, I would get fucking harassed. I would get fucking called a racist. I'd get fucking hate mail. I would get all this stuff if I said that to any gender or race. But anyone can talk shit about the white male and it is fine. I am a white male and I've busted my ass my whole fucking life to get to where I'm at without abusing women. I am fucking fine. I have gay friends. I have lesbian friends and I love them just as much as my straight friends. I have fucking black friends. I have Arabian friends. I have fucking Indian and Native American friends. But yet, I am the cause to everyone's fucking problems. The white man... God, this is good music.
It is. It's really good.
The white man, we took over the United States and took the land from the Native Americans. It happened.
It happened.
The white man enslaved black people.
It happened.
It happened after the black people were already enslaving their own people, but it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Get over it. Don't blame me for my fucking ancestors' faults.
Yeah. I didn't do that to you. Yeah, that's not...
I didn't enslave you.
Yeah.
I didn't take your fucking country. And I'm not fucking doing anything to you that is making your life worse.
It almost feels like...
Except for being a white man.
Yeah.
I am not suppressing you in any form, shape at all. Except for being a white man.
Compensation, really. It's yeah, I do feel like there's an attack on the white man of today. I feel like it's more like, well,
it's
now
an
we
easy
have,
out.
Yeah, now we have this power. Now we're gonna bring it all back to you and make you pay for this dark American history.
You know what I find
and
funny
most
about this
people
situation?
educated these days.
Well, no,
don't
you know
want
what? I take that back. I don't find this funny at all. You know what I find interesting about this situation?
What?
Is these people bashing white males are preaching anti-racism, anti-bigotry, anti-sexism, anti-anger. But yet when they're preaching that and bashing everything that I have, what are they preaching? Anti-white man, racism, anti-male, white male, sexism. All this stuff, anti-anger, Well, they're angry towards the white man. So all that stuff that they're fucking preaching against, they're here yelling and speaking against this race, which is, you know what? Fine. Do what you got to do, but realize that you are speaking exactly how you don't want to be spoken to. If you want to change the world, speak how you want to be spoken to. Speak everyone as equal. We equally have a fucking problem here. We equally have a problem to address. And you think the white male is bad on their females? Go to fucking Iraq or somewhere else to where they treat their women like fucking garbage.
Yeah. India, fucking women getting acid thrown in their faces.
We equally have a problem here. It's not just one fucking race and one fucking gender.
Oh no, I think I'm the future. I don't see things in terms of race ever. I don't see white man, black man, brown man, any man. I see things as good people and assholes. That's what it is. Everyone has their own group of assholes and good people. Every single group. There's just fucking, there's dicks and then there's respectable human beings. I don't know.
There is. And the thing is, there's going to be dicks everywhere.
Yeah.
Some of them are white, some of them are black, some of them are Mexi, some of them are Jew.
Dicks everywhere.
You know, and instead of saying, oh, the white male, how about you just saying males? Yeah. I could get behind that because some males are assholes.
Let's keep it sexist. It's males.
It's the males. Some males are assholes.
And that's why you have to castrate them.
But it's fucking birth. All
That's
the
why
males.
you have to castrate them at birth, John man.
Yeah. All right. I just have a problem with that.
Hell yeah.
You know, I don't
especially if the Earth's not going to be inhabitable in a couple of years, why not? Just stop having fucking kids. Like, that solve your problem right there.
For sure. Like, most of our problems that we have can be solved by stop having fucking kids. Yeah. Like pollution and stuff. That's 90% of that is coming from China and India because they have so many people and there's not a lot of regulation. There's so many people you can't really regulate that amount of people because they've expanded so quickly,
and
which is good. But it's
vasectomies at birth because we're getting overpopulated by people that should not be having kids, and they're spewing in kids that are unwanted.
It's like idiocracy all over again,
and it's just getting constantly spawned and returned.
I will say this.
Why do I got to keep preaching this?
I will say this.
Start listening.
I'm 100% down for equal rights.
Are you?
Yeah. Equal rights to all.
Okay.
I'm 100% down for that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's good. That's good. That's it. I think we could all agree. Equal rights for everyone, right?
Yeah.
I think that's an easy yes.
You know, sometimes I personally...
I mean, I guess that sounds okay coming from a white man.
It does. Doesn't it?
Thanks for telling me how to feel, white man.
You're welcome.
I guess
I will say this. My wife makes way more than I do, and I'm fine with that.
I think, I guess the weird part about it is that, I mean, and also the shitty part about it is that brown people can go out there and thump brown pride. Black people can go out there and thump black pride. White man can't do that.
You cannot.
White pride is a dirty word, and that's tough, man.
Why do people gotta fuck it up for everyone?
You know, and I don't know. It's how come we just can't have pride?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why can't it be human pride? I guess that's what it is.
That's our lesson for this podcast.
That is our lesson for the podcast. There's too much emphasis on race. Just fucking get over it. Stop being such fucking babies and get over it.
Like, I don't care. Like, let's just all act like fucking adults and human beings and like care about one another. That's what I want.
Get over it, man.
Stop being Americans and Canadians and Africans and start being humans.
Because I don't feel this way, but if someone bashes another race long enough, that other race is going to start hating them, right? Mm-hmm. And then just like the LGBTQ community, like, all right, they were bashed and hated by a lot of other groups. Mm-hmm. Now they hate those groups. So if all these groups come together and hate the white male or the white anybody, well, what's going to happen? It's just going to spawn on more racism and more sexism than there was before.
For sure. Spread the love, people. Spread the love.
Spread that love. That is the message of this podcast, is about spreading love. And how hard it is. How hard it is to be a white man in today's America.
I don't want to close this
Close this
podcast
out.
out, but my girlfriend's here.
Oh, she can pick you up.
Yeah, I didn't know she was coming over, but
Oh, no, it's
apparently
fine.
She's
Alright,
here
yeah.
right now.
Well, we're closing out. Thank you for tuning in to the John Sandwich Show at the John Sandwich 2 on Twitter.
John, wait.
It's been a pleasure being with you guys for these past 4 hours? How much time we 3 hours?
3 hours and 3 minutes.
Yes.
It was a good one.
The John Sandwich Show is brought to you by
Good beer.
Good Beer.
Good people.
This episode of John
sandwiches.
Sandwich was brought to you by White Privilege. Let's hear it up.
That's definitely getting taken off. I'm definitely going to have to take that off. Or fucking
Definitely gonna have to.
iTunes will not will
They
not
won't
publish
publish.
that.
Look at his skin tone. It's fine.
It's brown. I got
It's
to pass.
okay.
I got to pass.
You know what I love about
His
love
last
about
name
iTunes?
is-
So they don't see color because there's no video.
That's right. That's true. My name is Enrique Santiago. It's fine. I got it. I can say whatever I want.
All right,
Pablo
you guys,
Escobar.
it's been great. Till next time.
Pablo Escobar out.
Peace.
Shibidoo